Hey everybody! Welcome to the ROTL UK podcast. This is pre-season game 2 of the 2026 NFL season. My name is Matthew Turner. Ashley Soden will be joining me in about 5 to 10 minutes time. So for now, I'm going to be relying on you guys to be the co-host. Do get your thoughts, your comments in as we go through this. Commanders coming to town against the Lions, and it's the only home preseason game of the year for the Detroit Lions in at Ford Field. It's Saturday, 5 p.m. here in the UK. Of course, it's coming up to noon Eastern, where most of you are, I would suspect. Hope you've had a good week. It's been an interesting one for me personally at work. It's been a difficult time. So this is some really needed light relief as far as I'm concerned. So let's get to this game. And we've got some news on the starting lineups as the games are about to begin in about 5 to 10 minutes time. We know who's suited up, who's likely to play, who's not likely to play. Dan Campbell has come out and said any of the starters who are suited up are expected to play the first quarter of today's game. That's going to include much of the offensive line. And those starters are assumed to be, or Justin Rogers believes are, Larry Borum, Mahogany at left guard, Scruggs at centre, Ratledge at right guard, and Blake Miller at right tackle. No Penei Sewell, but of course there's no real need for him to actually play, of course. Derek Moore and DJ Wonnum are suited up. Whether they'll play, we don't know. Players not seen in warm-ups at all. Some of these, of course, just on the roster, but injured and not expected to play anyway. Goff, Gibbs, Pacheco, Vaki, Laporta, Jamo, St. Brown, Barch, Sewell, Mays, Turner, Hutchinson, McNeil, Clark, Rolder, Campbell, and Harper, which I think is really interesting that Thomas Harper has effectively graduated. It feels like he's really cemented a roster spot, which is fantastic news for him. It looks like, according to Justin Rogers, that Jacob Saylors is going to get the start of running back. Starting 3 wide receivers will be Dortch, Tesla, and Cedric Wilson. And then on the defensive side, the front looks like Wonnum, Lacey, Tyleek Williams, and Levi Onwuzurike. Linebackers White, Rodriguez, and Barnes. And more news is coming in as we go. So Rogers also believes that Keith Abney might be the starting nickel with safeties Clark and Maddox and Reed and Yassin at corner. So very interesting as to who's injured, who might be playing a little bit of time and who might not be. What are you guys looking forward to in this game? Who do you want to see show out? Who really needs a good showing today? Because we are only 10 days away from cut down day. Of course, there'll be preseason game 3, and then very shortly after that, we cut down straight from 90 to 53. And I do wonder whether it is 53 or 54, because I've heard some conflicting bits and pieces on 53 and 54. I thought that the IPP didn't give you an extra roster slot that was playable, but maybe I'm just being a complete fool. Anyway, hello to everyone in the chat, and to hello to the bots as well. Of course, you don't take preseason off either, I know. Bloody hate these things. There we go. Hello to Mile Marker, who won't be able to watch the game, but he is going to be catching up later. Bobo Lan is here. Donkey Kong 43 says, here we effing go, watching this IOL. And these defensive backs, who are you rooting for, DK in particular? Bobo Lan also thinking about the offensive line, and that's pretty much it. Attila Hun's in the house as well, who says hello. Hope everyone's had a great week. Do come say hi, come have a chat. Would love to hear from you. Kick-off of this game meant to be around noon Eastern, which is 1 minute away. My video hasn't actually gone live. There we go. I am now live and I am watching. So that is good news. Although I am struggling to actually make the bloody video screen big, which is not ideal, but there we go. Ash should be joining me very, very shortly. Alrighty, we've got plenty of you in. Thank you very much. Appreciate you all for joining us for this one. Pre-seasons where we do our best stuff, which is maybe not the right way to do it, but I know quite a lot of obviously the big guys who kind of do this sort of thing take pre-season off. This is where we kind of come into our own, and also with 90 out there as opposed to 53, a lot more people to take note of, a lot more people to kind of have the background of. It's just fun. I love the pre-season. I mean, nothing feels sweeter than this, right? It's been a long off season, no football now. I mean, since the Super Bowl for 6 months for the Lions, 7.5 months since football. So, last week was sweet, even though it was in bits and pieces as Ash is coming into the room now. But game 2, everything should feel a little bit more cohesive. And Altmaier, I thought, did an admirable job last week, so fingers crossed he can pick that up. I do think that Josh Dobbs will probably start this game though, and maybe Altmaier will come in the second half, but who knows? We shall see. Attila says, you need the reps, Matthew. I mean, it's pre-season for us too. That is for absolutely sure. I mean, it does feel like it's been a long time, shall we say? So, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, it never comes naturally. I'm never going to do this for my job, and I think I've made my peace with that. But it is just a fun thing to do. And the coverage has now gone live, which is great. The seeing inside Ford Field, and I've been there only once for a game and then once for the draft. And man, what an experience that was. And looking at the concourse, God, I miss that. Lots of people being seen suited up here as we go through the coverage. Tyleek, they were just featuring. Oh, and they're showing a little montage with Goff and Amon-Ra. Okay, well, we're not going to be seeing that today. Or Hutchinson. Hope everyone enjoyed Inside the Den, by the way. That was a really, really fun bit of TV. The feature on Goff with his wife and talking about how he came up through high school and then college was really nice. I think, Goff coming up, him going #1 overall to the Rams, I think it was the year before I really got into college football and the NFL draft, so I kind of just missed out on knowing about his roots to the NFL. And so that was kind of quite cool to see as Ash is in. How you doing, man?
All right. Stressful day at work, but hey ho. Hopefully the lines won't be as stressful, but this is the cardiac cats we are talking about.
Did you know a lot about Goff's route to the NFL? Did you take note of him at that time? Because for me, I hadn't, not that I hadn't discovered college football, but I wasn't really a draft college guy at that time.
I knew a tiny bit, obviously. I think it was just after, I think it was the, God, can't remember which class. It was 2018 class. Whichever one Chris Lindstrom was in was the first one I really remember looking at. So it was after Goff. But I was cognizant of him. I know obviously it was the whole him versus Carson Wentz debate for #1 for a bit, but Goff was clearly the better player, and that's proven out in the league. But I knew some bits of it, especially when he came here, looked into him. So I knew obviously that his dad was a coach as well, which is where he got into sports. And then he did play baseball, but he wasn't good at it, but he was really good at football for obvious reasons. So I knew tiny bits of it, but still, yeah, I completely agree with you Inside the Den. Like that first half just been like a little, this is Goff's background, this is why he is where he is. And then him doing the thing in the community with the whole draft thing for the kids coming out of high school was a really good idea as well.
Yeah, really cool that they kind of sold it as like his idea or his him bringing everyone together, and like what a just a cool thing to do. But also like he's not a natural in front of the mic, I don't think, really. Not that he's a recluse by any means, not like Stafford was, but I don't think that he's super charismatic in that way. And just seeing him kind of do that and being able to kind of carry it off, he's clearly like grown into that. So
yeah, he's more of a Jack kind of lead in front of the mic compared to, let's say, a Kirby.
Different. Yeah, for sure. 100%. Right, looks like the coverage is going to be in a couple of minutes. What are you looking forward to today? If indeed you're still here. Or is it me? Hopefully it's you. And he's back.
Yep, no idea what happened to my Wi-Fi there. Great.
I didn't know whether it was me or you then, so I was getting a bit worried.
Oh, it was me. I was like getting a bit worried when I saw that my Wi-Fi bar was flashing. I was like, oh god, great.
What are you looking for today?
How well we do against the Commander starters? Because I know some of them aren't playing, like Tunstall, for instance, and that. But obviously, the big three in inverted commas of Jaden Daniels, Diggs, and Tony McLaurin are playing. So, be interesting to see how DJ Reed, Whiteside, Rakestraw, and that play against them, because obviously they're all suiting up. And then just how the offensive line looks. I know obviously Penny's not going to be playing, so it's going to be Bournemouth at left tackle, but then the other four are all our starters. So interested to see how the chemistry is there. If Scruggs looks good, perhaps. I know obviously we're doing the thing where Dobbs is probably taking this quarter, or want to take the second quarter. Also, how McLaughlin looks, because I know in camp this week, McLaughlin's the better centre, but he's just not our prototypical one, which is why they're giving Scruggs to start now. But see how that centre battle works out, because I know obviously Mays will be back, hopefully after the bye or around the bye. But, you know, we potentially could be coming up against Ed Oliver in week 2. Cam Jordan probably won't be playing week 1 with the Saints and with Brizzy, but they've got some good interior pieces as well. We need that centre position to be good so we can get a nice start to the season. And then, yeah, Mays can come in while we deal with the actual hard bit of the schedule, inverted commas.
The coverage has tried to go live a couple of times in terms of handing it back to the commentary team, but we're just seeing the field now with no comms, which is a bit weird.
Right.
Fox and the punt unit has been getting some, well, the long snapper and punter have been getting some work. I think the commanders are basically doing the same thing, but everyone else is on the sidelines just waiting for things to kick off. Terry Perry says, hey Matt and Ash, how are you guys today? Well, thank you. What do you guys think of us bringing in some veteran left guards to try out? Will Hernandez and Lakin Tomlinson trying out on Thursday, neither signed. It's at least interesting. Ben Barch is in the protocol. Mahogany hasn't decisively won the job, but I still think it's Mahogany's, so it's just looking at backup behind that, I think.
Yeah, I had a conversation with, I think it's Jay Sweat on Twitter about it, because he tweeted, oh yeah, this means Tate's moving to centre. And I didn't take umbrage with it, but I was like, that's not how I'm interpreting it, at least. I think it's Barch being in the protocol, the way Dan talks about it, it seems probably much to Ant's delight that we're not hanging on to these injured players. I know we're obviously over Peyton Turner for some reason, probably because we know that the Bears would then try and sign him. But they're not happy with Barch. They've said that, yeah, he's not going to get enough time to win the starting job because he's in the protocol. So, yeah, veteran guys. Tomlinson's obviously been here, done that quite literally. Hernandez has played under Petzing before, so they know each other. It's just getting that veteran back up in to push Mahogany, because I think that's one of the reasons Mahogany has looked better, in inverted commas, so far this off-season in training camp, is because he knows he had veterans behind him. It's just because Barch is in the protocol, Scruggs has moved to centre now, and yeah, there's no one behind Mahogany really to challenge him, so we're bringing in a guy just to give him that proverbial kick up the arse to say, we're still trying to see if we can do better than you. You need to play well here.
Many thanks to Greg WAUK92 on Twitch for following. And then Big Area 70 said, is this the dress rehearsal game? In theory, yes, it is. Preseason game 3 is about trying to get yourself onto the 53 rather than getting the starters some reps. Historically, of course, that used to be game 4. But since we removed the game, it's game 3. Cooldown Rat says, hello all as well. Austin Damon says, what's up, boys? As Jacob Sailors is back to receive. Looks like the Lions are going to be taking the ball to start this game.
Yeah, Commies won the toss and the third. That's his standard, I think.
All right, come on, boys. No injuries, good performance. That's what we want to see. Don't care about the result. Really do not give a shit about the result. Just come out injury-free with a better idea of who's going to be starting, who's in the mix, make it more competitive in terms of those areas where we want to see competition at the top and on the borders of the 53 especially. And the kick is away about a yard deep, and Kennedy is the one with the ball and tripped up at the 21, falls forward to the 24-yard line. Good start by the commies.
Yeah. I think it's interesting. Well, they kicked it away from Sailors there. They very much kicked it towards Kennedy, which is interesting.
All right. Josh Dobbs is the starter tonight. this afternoon.
The Pastronaut.
At the 23. Dobbs, 11 personnel, most of the receivers to the right, one comes into the fullback position, takes a snap, handoff, run to the right, behind that fullback, falls forward for a gain of about 4. Second down and 6. Good start there for Jacob Sailors. Wasn't quite sure who that was playing F-back. H-back.
Let me have a look. Exit.
And the next one, 12 personnel this time. Dobbs under center, gonna blitz, and it is a play action under pressure and runs straight into the blitz, but the ball's out. There is a flag down and completely lost, and the ball goes into the end zone. It's recovered by Detroit in the end zone. Oh, the Commanders have it. The Lions should have had it, but the Commanders have it. Is that a touchdown? It is a touchdown, Commanders. Amik Robertson with the forced fumble for the Commanders. Great. What was Dobbs doing there, man?
Oh, that's not good. Of course, I say, no, that's what we wanted. It was Meeks who went into the fullback position to go back to the last play. But yeah, that's not good. Let's hope. And the penalties on us, declined, illegal formation.
I do wonder whether the Lions did actually have a recovery of this. Like, it looked like a Lion waited for it to go over the goal line and then should have just had it, but lost it somehow. I don't know what the hell happened. Joe, Larry Borum just slid over the ball, for goodness sake. Okay, 51 seconds gone. We had the ball and we're 6-0 down. Good start.
What's it with the Lions and committing turnovers against the Commanders at Ford Field?
The thing is, you saw the blitz coming. I called it out there. You saw the corner coming in to be on the end of the line. It wasn't a hard read. PAT is good, 7-0. Dobbs trying to run away from pressure there. I mean, couldn't. The thing is, when you run away from pressure, generally speaking, sometimes it is actually good to look at where you're going. Paul Air Walker saying Borum got beat bad.
Yeah, and the illegal formation was on him. So in the space of one play, legal formation, flag on you, and you give up a strict sack for a touchdown.
Well, they get a second bite at the cherry now. And like I said, the result doesn't matter, so just start again. It's 0-0. Let's go. Who cares?
Man U when they conceded the first and second goals today.
I mean, I said what I said about Carrick. I stand by it. You can't lose to Hull City and expect to keep your job. I'm just going to start the narrative now.
Oh, yeah. It's like, you might remember the last time they had a former player come in as caretaker manager, he looked good, and then they suddenly gave him, the keys to the team and how well that went.
The baby-faced assassin.
Yeah.
All right, kickoff is again away. This one's a lot shorter. Kennedy receives it at the 12, gets over to the 28, but took a big hit with someone pressing someone into the backfield. But better starting field position this time for the Lions. Right. Lions O-line. The starters apart from one. And the one that isn't a starter might have been a starter if we hadn't drafted someone.
Yeah.
Looks like 12 personnel again. And fake again. And just dumped off 2. The tight ends can't get away. Gain of about 3 for Brock Wright.
Tackled by Fabian Moreau.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was quite a big fan of his.
He's in the same kind of mold as Rock, which is kind of funny because they're obviously both on the Raiders and at the same time with each other. But he's very much someone. I know, obviously, actually, I was about to say, I'd have a look at him and the Commanders cut him. But number 1, they need corners. Number 2, I like our corner room.
Nice driving run by Sailor's got a push from behind him. Got 5, I think, down to 3rd and 1.
Tackled by, is that? Yep, that's their first round pick. Getting the tackle.
Austin Damon says TK not great returning. Well, one of the reasons he's on the team potentially is to return.
Yeah, he's one of the backups for kick returner. I think the person that's supposed to be next to Sailors is obviously out with his horrific orbital bone / eye injury. Because it's Varky, because the whole point is either you give it to Varky as a bulldozer, can break a couple of tackles and give you a sneak nice. Couple of tackles and take it distance, or you kick it away from him to Sailors, who's quicker, and you've got Varky's dog manners. Jabari Smalls in, nice. Ante Martin.
2.5 minutes gone up to the 41-yard line after sneaking on 3rd and 1. Dobbs under centre again and takes the snap and run to the right. And Jabari Small gets about 3.5. 2nd down and 7. Good to see Small back in the game. He does look a bit slight if he's going to be a power back.
Yeah. Yeah, probably does need to add a couple of pounds on, I say, as a big hulking human being myself.
In shotgun this time, 11 personnel. At the 44.5, Dobbs, 2-step drop, looking to the right, throws over the middle, slightly out of range of Greg Dortch. 3rd and 6. Should have maybe had that one, Dobbs.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because he's trying to left it into that sort of...
My bad. Shouldn't really confuse those two.
True. I mean, they're both probably going to make the team. Yeah, just a bit too in front of him, too much superior. I was trying to feather it into the turkey hole.
3rd and 6 at the 44.5. Dobbs in shotgun again, 11 personnel again. Takes a snap. Nice blitz, not blitz pickup, just protection. Dobbs has to throw it. Rushed, intercepted. Picked off by number 20. Quan Martin, who I loved. I loved Quan Martin in the draft. Oh, man. All right, Dobbs not exactly showing off here. I mean, I tell you what, the throw and the last play was definitely rushed. This one, he's just thrown it too far. Just too high for Tay Martin. It's good that we're getting all of this out in the preseason.
Yeah. I know it's a bit early. Does the Altmaier making the 53 conversation start getting a bit louder now?
I mean, I thought he was going to make it anyway. I don't know. Stuff that I read basically said they think he might make it anyway, but I don't know.
Because, like, for instance, POD and that said he's probably not. He's looking like a practice squad guy, but it's because it's the whole, does a contending roster have the space on their 53 to carry a third quarterback when that might be used for an extra defensive back, an extra edge rusher?
Bren backs me up saying Small isn't meant to be a power back. He's meant to be a Diet Jameer Gibbs. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's what I wanted. That's what I heard. Hello, Tomb Experiment says maybe they should have given Dobbs more practice time this week, and then otherwise saying hello to everybody. Yeah, I agree. Dobbs, this is on a bit of a hiding to nothing, to be honest. I kind of don't want to give him a chance because I'd rather just invest in a guy who's looked okay, who's young. I think Altmaier's done more than a guy we drafted did, ever. Potentially. I don't know whether that's unfair on Hendon Hooker. I think Altmaier's done more in one preseason game than Hooker ever did.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty close.
Yeah. Like, I can't think of a standout Hendon Hooker play. Well, obviously I can think of the corner route to, was it Tariq Black? last week against the Bengals. That one looks like a good
A
third and
beautiful
16
throw,
conversion.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, coming out of the break here. Commanders are going to have the ball at about midfield, 7-0 up. Still very early on in this game.
True.
Fourth lot of bots on YouTube. No good at all. All right, Jaden Daniels is in the game, already with a 7-point head start at midfield. Jaden Daniels, that looked like a false start for all the world. He's got pressure and he has to throw it away. What good pressure. Round the corner and up the middle. 2nd down and 10. Really good work at right end, that was. By Derek Moore.
Derek Moore, and that was Derek White blitzing from the middle.
Devin White.
Devin White, I mean, yeah.
Derek White would be the sort of player we'd want to keep around, I think.
Yes.
All right, 2nd down and 10 at midfield now. Lions defense showing up here. Looks like there might be a blitz off this near side. Derek Barnes looks like he's coming. But he stays, and under pressure is... Oh, I'm going to go down! Who's that? Come on!
Wanham. The DJ of Wanham.
DJ through the middle, and Tyleek met him as well. Oh, that's a great play. I'll tell you what, off the left-hand side, I don't know who that was. Light-looking guy, maybe a DB, was very, very close to getting through as well. Savonte Maddox.
Yeah. We have been hearing a lot about more DB blitzes in camp. So
I want it so much. DB blitzes are my favourite. Favourite way to create a bit of extra pressure.
Especially when we get Branch back, because as Ant pointed out many a time, that's something he's really good at.
Draw and a nice recovery by DJ Wanham. They do get all of the yardage back, but it's going to be 4th down and 10 at midfield. And the Lions defense, once again, going up against the starters, and very, very good field position as well. And the Lions defense holds once again. Big Aries saying that they don't think that the NFL got written consent to show the number 5 on this broadcast. Well, let's hope for their sake they did. 4th and 9, then just over midfield. Punt team out there. And Tressway punts. Looks like a good one towards the 10. And that is Tom Kennedy with the fair catch at the 10. I tell you what, Lions should be thanking their lucky stars. It's only 7 here. They got a chance to tie the game. Of course, the Commanders are going to take the ball to start the second half as well. That's a long way off.
Yeah. Good first series for us, though. And though I do give them this, like us, obviously, like I said, but it's a scheme that we will be at least slightly familiar with, because obviously their offensive coordinator is David Blau, who people might remember from like literally being our backup quarterback 3 years ago.
One of my favourite backup quarterbacks we had, because massively competitive, kind of reminded me of a smaller Commanders backup quarterback, actually, whose name now escapes me.
Yeah.
Why do I want to say... Sorry?
Mariota's their current one? Or...
No, the previous one to Mariota, who got some starting time in the playoffs after an injury.
Oh, Taylor Heineke.
Heineke, yeah. Blau struck me as like a budget Heineke, like limited in talent, but fairly athletic for someone of his size, very smart. Like Heineke always came across as very smart, and I thought Blau kind of gave us a little bit of that. Who could forget Blau's first play touchdown to Kenny Golladay against the Bears?
The Bears on Thanksgiving. I remember I was just done a pub quiz with my subject society at uni. Was in the bar afterwards watching it while eating a really bad pepperoni pizza.
Experiment says, why did TK fair catch it? I would have expected they want to see him attempt the return. Looks like he had a lot of space. Maybe I'm wrong. I think when you're punting 40 net yards from midfield, the expectation is that they should be on you if they've executed the kick well and they've got enough hang time, and therefore it's the worst thing in the world, obviously, to cough the ball up at that sort of area, especially if they're going to meet you straight away. I think it's probably a prudent thing to fair catch that. But you're right, he did have more room than he perhaps anticipated. But, you've got to make the catch and have one eye on the people advancing, and really you've just got to try and secure the ball. So I'm not gonna worry about that too much, I don't think. Okie dokie, here come the Lions on offense this time. From the 10, Dobbs still in the game. Number 93 is that H-back. 83? Sailors through the middle, drops the shoulder and gets himself 11 yards. Good play by Sailors. Hell yeah. Leo Chenon with the missed tackle. Should have done it. Got through there. Dropped the shoulder again. Oh, it's Jabari Small. Sorry. Wow, what power by Jabari Small. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, that's why I don't like Chanel. Chanel shit. Like Chanel.
No revisionist history there at all. At the 21, another run play for Jabari Small, but this time he is hit at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Good play there.
So yeah, it is 83. It's Jackson Meeks who's the tight end flexing and it's the H. Because obviously it makes sense because he's more that F-style move tight end rather than your traditional Y kind of inline guy. So it makes sense to get him in those kind of situations.
11 personnel for the 2nd and 10. For wide, the running back flexes out to wide. And 2-step drop and throws it to Jabari Small for a gain of 5. And it's going to be 3rd down and 5.
I don't think that's Jabari Small.
Oh, Cedric Wilson.
Yeah. Bit tall, bit too tall, and he's obviously Wilson's got the Guardian cap on. Makes it very nice, easy to spot him.
That's fair. Right, 3rd down and 5.
I dare you to, if you can find the name of the guy that just tackled him, I dare you to try and pronounce it.
I don't know who it was, but what number? Oh, hang on. 2-step drop on shot in shotgun. Dobbs has plenty of time to throw deep down the middle, and a good catch.
That's better.
Cedric Wilson. 17-yard game for the Lions and a 1st down, and Dobbs had to wind up for it a bit, but on time. A good competition at the catch point, but Wilson hung on. Right. Who was that person?
It is the number 59.
I'll say it in a second. Play action. Oh! Dobbs had to get rid of it quickly because the running back got run over in protection there. Right, number 59 for the Commanders. Oh, that's Cedric Wilson injured, is it? No, he's all right. 59 for the Commanders
he's
is...
limping off.
Oh, yeah, he's hobbling. TJ Maguranyanga. I got there eventually. Let's see this. So Jacob Sailors got lit up by number 18. And then he tripped up, or tried to trip up, number 18 of the Commanders, Tyler Owens. So
basically, Tyler Owens famous for, more famous for being someone's husband rather than his play with the Packers and Bears. Probably says it all.
Sailor's still in the game after being lit up there. 2nd and 10 at the 43. Dobbs under center and hands it off. Run up the middle. Nice cut. Checks back inside and got a gain of 7 yards there. There was some penetration inside. He checked back. Would have only been a 1 or 2 yard gain if he didn't. Instead made it 7. Nice move by Jacob Sailors.
As much as I love Arky, Sailors is running back free.
Shotgun then for 3rd and 3 at midfield. Dobbs takes a snap, and it's a... Dobbs is gone.
Jesus Christ.
The touchdown
He's
for
gone.
Josh Dobbs. It's a zone
God's
read on
sake.
3rd and 3. He pulls it. He's got daylight in front of him, and away he goes. Touchdown Detroit, and they're a PAT away from tying this game.
I guess the rumours of his demise at backup QB were greatly exaggerated, to quote Larry the Cat earlier today.
I mean, there was no one near him.
Yeah, that's perhaps the best of his intelligence coming out there. Like, we'll probably have to go back and watch, especially the interception, but perhaps the over intelligence kind of hurt him on those turnovers, but it works to his effect there. Reads the defense perfectly. Come on, good snap, Hogan. Good snap, Hogan.
All right, from the left hash, Hogan Hatton, ball in hand. Good snap, good hold.
Good.
Drilled down the middle, 7-7 ball game. That's a better snap than Hogan Hatton's had all preseason.
Well, that we've seen. Before we know he might have been doing really good in camp.
McSperiment has just corrected you, unfortunately, Ash. I know it's rare, but McSperiment says it's Jonathan Owens that is married to Simone Biles, not Tyler Owens, but that could easily be confused because they're both DBs.
Yeah. Why do I know Tyler Owens?
Maybe Tyler Owens is also known for who he's married to, and then you can still be right.
Probably not. Oh! Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, I did get a mix up, but I remember why I know the name Tyler Owens stuck out to me for being famous for more something other than football.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy that in the 2024 Combine, his podium interview, says he does not believe in outer space.
Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Fair enough, I guess. Yeah.
I'm trying to find out who his wife is. Tyler Owens is not married. Sad.
Yeah, he doesn't have an announced partner. When you Google it, it does come up with the name of Glenn Powell's character from Twisters. He was also called Tyler Owens.
Carlton Woods says Tom Kennedy standing still faking screen. Couple of fakes going on down there, he says. And who needs Ben Johnson?
The Bears. The only reason they were good last year.
All right, we're about 8.5 minutes gone in this football game, and what hasn't happened? Fumble 6, pick, rushing touchdown for 50 yards. Everything's happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, saying that, the Bills have now just tweeted because of that shit fucking account on Twitter that publicly revealed Ed Oliver's tragedy. So now the Bills have had to come out and publicly speak on it. So fuck that Twitter account.
What happened?
Yesterday, NFL Rumours tweeted out that the reason that Ed Oliver hasn't been seen at camp is because during the off-season, his 2-year-old son drowned.
Oh.
Obviously, wasn't public now. And now the Bills have had to come out and speak about it because it's out in the open. In fact, so yeah, that account just basically spilt his entire personal shit on the airwaves.
Oh man, just don't do it. Flipping out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Christ. Kickoff away. Commanders recover it from the 1 and come upfield, and the Lions penetrate. And down at 26 or so are the commies. First down and 10 from there, but there is a flag.
Hey Martin, couple of good plays, unless he's going to get a flag on him now. But Tay Martin and Conklin had really good blocks on that zone read for Dobbs. As it was Craig Reynolds with the kick return for the commies.
Legal block in the back by the Commanders will set them back. They're about to show the blocking on the touchdown, so I'm looking forward to this. Oh, yeah, Tay Martin sprung it. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And Jackson Meeks on the other side to create the hole.
Tay Martin is, obviously withstanding this Cedric Coulson injury, but he is making a very, very big case for himself to be wide receiver 5 based on stuff out of camp and that. I know Jeremy and Eric really like him.
Good run for 6.5 on first down. Have they yanked their starters already? I couldn't see who the quarterback was. It's number 15. So yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
They have 1 series. Second down and 3.
They were only supposed. I think they were only supposed to play 1 series by the.
15 is Sam Hartman.
Oh yeah, of course it is. God.
Snap in shotgun and handoff RPO and a nice trip up there for a gain of 1. It's going to be 3rd down and 2.
And still with the tackle there.
Derek Moore checking back into the game. Isian's out there. Maddox, Yasin.
So Isian will be your slot. Which I love.
Devin White.
I love him in a slot. It is Katron Allen.
3rd and 2. Lions showing pressure. Man-to-man across the board. And late pressure, and Hartman's just going to run an easy one for it and slide down after a gain of about 7.
Brisker playing man on 3rd down. You do leave the middle open.
Yeah, that was one of the easier pull decisions you'll see. Right, 7 apiece. 5 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Commanders driving now at their own 29. Hartman under center, receivers to the left, and run to the left. And Devin White coming downhill and managed to snag him. Looked like he might lose him, but he clung on. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Rodrigo was playing Sam on that play. We saw him just come down and engage with the left tackle just as the ball snapped.
Wingo, Moore, and Gil Howard all checking in on this play. 2nd and 7.
Go on, Gil Howard.
At the 31.5, in shotgun again, receivers mainly to the right, but 1 in transition now to the left. Takes the snap, looks that way, now looks right, doesn't uncork it, runs straight into a man, and it's another sack. It's a complete mistake because he had his back turned to the play, but it is going to count apart from the fact that there's a flag. Defensive holding will take this off the board.
Yeah.
God damn it. Keith Abney with the hold.
So one of them's getting the Aiden Hutchinson treatments.
Frustrating. Gil Howard and Wingo check out the play.
Yeah, I think Wingo and Howard will be our
not
rushing duo release.
Yeah, not first down players. Hartman hands it off, tries to bounce outside, but a nice tackle on the outside by the corner holds them up, and it's actually a loss of 1 here. 2nd and 11 coming up. Nice play by the 4th defender on that side.
DJ Reed. Oh, okay, nice.
Ooh. All right. 2nd and 11 as the clock winds down. Looks like a bit of a jumbo set here on 2nd and 11. Maybe play action time and flag. Full start.
I think that was on Chig.
Cartwood says, so Wingo is out of concussion protocol. Missed that. Me too. Didn't even twig, really.
Yeah.
Also suggests that Barnes is in the mic position. Yeah, it looks that way with Campbell not playing. Right.
It'd be either Barnes, Rodrigo, or White, potentially. At least in this.
2nd and 16, 3 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Pistol. 3-step drop. Hartman looking deep over the middle. Gets it complete. And it's a nice throw for a gain of about 9. Going to be 3rd down and 7. To Chigaquonquo.
He's a good tight end too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of his. That would be an upgrade for us, I think.
Luke McCaffrey's in the game for the Commanders.
3rd and 6. Wingo in the game again, so's Gil Howard. Looks like zone for the Lions this time. Oh, there's a blitz. And well picked up. And that's a caught finally. And he beats the man to the edge for a 1st down. And ran straight into Jameson Williams. It was Craig Reynolds. Two minutes to go in this quarter. Mo Experiment says, pass completing against Devin White, you don't say.
Yeah.
Hartman again at midfield now. Big drive this for the Commanders. Takes a snap, play action, and then dump off to the running back. And what a hit by Maddox!
Hell yeah. Fair play to, I think that was Rock.
On the pressure on the
really
quarterback.
Well. Yeah.
Forced the quarterback to dump it off very, very early, and then Maddox backed him up.
That was on Craig as well.
What a hit. Down at the 44-yard line.
It wasn't Rock, it was Christian Isian. Yeah. Again, that's something he was really good at in Tampa.
2nd and 15 for the Commanders at the 44. And a quick throw to the outside. Caught. Reed was in coverage.
Yeah.
Against Luke McCaffrey. Got about 6 back. It's going to be 3rd down and 10, 9? 10, 9.
9, yeah. Again, credit to Izzy in there again. It lined up as the overhang. I think he tells Reed, okay, McCaffrey's your responsibility because he was blitzing. And then we had one of the safeties come around to get the inside receiver in the stack.
This might be the last play of the quarter. 3rd and 9 at midfield. 8 seconds to get this off. 20 seconds left in the quarter. In shotgun, takes a snap. 3 to the right. Looks that way. Looks over the middle. Now crosses the other side. Competitive at the catch point. Well done, Rock Sin. Gain of 3. It's going to be 4th and 7. That's going to end the quarter.
Very good, very nice.
All right, end of quarter 1. Let's have a look at the box scores so far. Hartman, efficient, but not a huge amount of yards. 5 of 5 for 22. Jaden Daniels was just 0 of 1 for 0 yards. On the other hand, Josh Dobbs, 3 of 6 for 24 yards, an interception and a fumble 6. Washington rushing Catron Allen 4 for 22. Josh Dobbs 2 for 53 and a touchdown. Sailors is 3 for 17. Jabari Small 3 for 16. Lions looking very healthy in the rushing game. Receiving wise, Washington have 1 for 1 for 10 for Okonkwo, 1 for 1 for 6 for Luke McCaffrey. For the Lions, they want to write home about Cedric Wilson, 2 of 2 for 21, backing up his good week last week. Defensively, the Lions have 2 guys with 3 tackles each, Reed and White. There's a sack by Wanham and 2 other tackles for loss, Maddox and Reed. The Lions defense hitting the stat sheet pretty hard. There was a sack for the Commanders. That was a strip sack by Amik Robertson. That was the only TFL they had too. The interception was by Quan Martin, and otherwise nothing to write home about. What are you thinking, Ash?
Offense obviously started shaky. But the defense, again, has been the story of the day. They've looked pretty damn good. Maybe because they got an extra rest because they didn't really need to come on the field for the first 5 minutes. But we've dialed up the pressure. Devin White blitzing, Izzy and blitzing, Maddox blitzing. We've really tried to put the pressure on, and I like it. Considering our old style, which again, I understood how our scheme worked. We were very much read and react in terms of pressure. Now we're being more proactive, and I really like it.
Hey to everyone in the chat, appreciate you being particularly active in there. Miss Harley Quinn has entered the chat, long time no see. Hit Discord up at some point if you want to have a chat. RJ Graham says, Lions having a good game, ? Well, outside of the first, I'll say 5 minutes, the last 2/3 of the first quarter have been great, but that first 5 minutes was pretty rough. RJ Graham says, working right now, mobile service for Ford Motor Company, listening to you passionate Lions fans. Appreciate you, RJ. And a $5 super chat from Miss Harley Quinn says, the pride is back. Let's go. Miss you all so much. Who's ready for a great season? Plus, the Pats are playing the Lions this season. And, Miss Harley Quinn, we will be there. Oh, yeah. Yep. We will. Can't wait to get to Munich in Germany for that one. And why are you celebrating a Villa ahead?
No, we're not playing till 2 o'clock tomorrow. But Brentford are currently 1-up against Spurs.
Oh, dear Spurs. Come on, guys.
Exactly. They deserve it.
In my FPL, I maxed out my allocation of Spurs players and Palace players.
Oh, God.
But because I basically just took the highest value players everywhere else, and they were the cheap ones. Ipswich won.
I can't talk. I forgot. Yeah.
Oh my God. Right, punt by Tressway coming. About similar position to where he punted at before. It's another fair catch. Again at the 10. Same play, same result.
Luke Altmaier's in.
Yes. Love it, love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, well, you're saying that. Talking of obviously London clubs obviously losing today as well. West Ham missing a penalty to lose the game. To them.
Oh, interviewing a kid on the sideline. That's cute.
Yeah.
Right, Lions take over at the 10. And dumped off to number 13 for a gain of 11. First down.
Oh, Meeks is 13. Who's it? Why do I keep
Jackson Meeks, yeah.
No, Conklin. Yes, with Conklin, it's the one flexing in. I keep forgetting. I keep thinking that Meeks is 83 because 83 is a tight end number in my head.
Yes, I agree with you.
13 is a wide receiver number, which is why I don't like Derek Moore wearing 9. That's a wide receiver number. Get it off the defense. Don't like it.
I like it. I like it a lot. Don't know why. Right. Altmaier, let's see something. He got the strong eye out there to start. Play action. Needs to get rid of it. He's going to get sacked.
Oh.
He had an opportunity to get rid of that, but he didn't. Harley Quinn says, have been hooked on the whole WM... Sorry? Ash? What did you say, sorry?
I said it's your favourite linebacker getting the sack. Number 59.
Oh. Yay. He's not on our team. So, 2nd and 19. A single back set. Play action again. And coming upfield, really kind of made some room nicely there. And again, to Jackson Meeks for a gain of 9. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Harley Quinn.
It's understandable why he got sacked now.
Why is that?
Second team offensive lines in. Conquering and that. So you don't have any of the starters in. So that's why he got forward like a deck chair.
Harley Quinn says, I've been hooked on the WNBA drama this season. Never watched it, but highly recommend giving Caitlin Clark a watch sometimes when she's on a roll completely unstoppable. She's not the most entertaining player on her own team.
Exactly. Sophie Cunningham.
Yeah. 3rd and 10. Altmaier from shotgun. 3-step drop. Looking deep. Now navigating to the right. Is he going to go himself? No, but he dumps it off to Tyler Conklin for about a 18-yard gain and a 1st down. Well done by Altmaier. Getting through his progressions. Finding the open guy. Throwing on the move. Lots of stuff we like to see. Instantly looks better than Dobbs, but can he get a 50-yard rushing touchdown, though?
Ooh, and I've just noticed who made a tackle on Conklin.
I don't know. I can't.
Ant's favourite former Detroit Lions slot cornerback safety, William Harris.
Oh. Play action again for Altmaier. And he dumps it down, and that was not a good decision, I don't think. So I'm glad he kind of dropped that, Jackson Meeks. 2nd down and 10 coming. That would have been swallowed up. The guy on the second level looked a bit better to me, but there we go. Harley Quinn says, yes, it's been way too long. Is the link in the description? No, but you have been on there before. So if you just log back into your account, then you should be able to say hello. Brent says Meeks should have caught that. I do think it's harder catching balls running to the left, and also, you know, Yeah, he should have had it. You're right. 2nd down and 10. This time it's a run. One cut again from Sailors and drops the shoulder, and he gets down for 9.5 yards. Sailors, as a one-cut merchant, is fucking good.
Yeah.
Running to that left-hand side, stops. Chanel had done his work to force him outside. Will Harris with the tackle again there, but didn't do enough. 3rd down and 1. Sailors taking a blow. Looks like he might be hurt slightly. All right, sneak time. Probably just a sneak, surely.
Yeah, he took a bit of a
hand off, and there's penetration in the backfield, but they do get there. Only a gain of 1, but it's a 1st down. Sorry, Ash.
Yeah, Sailors I think took an uppercut. Whoever was like the last man in on the tackle tried to punch the ball loose, as that was Blackshear with the conversion on 3rd down.
Ooh, love that.
As I see, we've got discount Blake Miller in, as well as McLaughlin.
Under centre and play action again. Altmaier's done a lot of this, and he's trying to throw it away this time. Does actually complete the pass, and they do get 3 yards out of it. Kept the play alive, and that is Tyler Conklin again. 2nd down and 7. Brennan says, with all due respect, it's not hard catching long running to either direction. Throwing is a different story. I mean, as a rugby player, I used to have to catch in both directions. It is fine catching in both directions. I was just making a point that I think marginally it's easier going from left to right than it is right to left. That's all I meant by it. I didn't mean it was necessarily difficult. Austin says, when your first cut is that good, who needs a second? It's Altmaier. Oh, that's a nice catch. Good, not a great throw, actually, but a really nice catch by Jackson Meeks. Gain of 6 for 3rd and 1 now. It was way out in front of him. If he didn't have it, I think it would have gone incomplete, but it was into double coverage. That's definitely a catch.
Yeah. Don't like the way that Altmaier went for his progressions there in terms of his feet. He was getting the hoppy feet. That's not what you want.
Very hoppy feet. Altmaier, 3rd and 1, hands it off again, going up the middle, and again met at the line, but got across. Jacob Sailors with another hard-fought 1st down. What a drive this has been, Ash.
Yeah. It's what we've got. This is, obviously, aside from the sack at the start, this is the kind of football we want on offense. Methodical, running the ball, using the tight ends, passing well.
This drive started on the 10-yard line after a fair catch from a punt, and Altmaier play action under pressure and did not escape. Should have thrown, but did not. Thrown down by number 41, who is Jean-Baptiste. I think Altmaier's saying he hit him in the head, which I did think live it looked very high. That's smacked in the helmet with a swinging arm from behind him. Maybe it wasn't. The reverse angle looked much better than I thought than the other angle. Never mind. Anyway, 2nd and 19. Got to get this play off 46-yard line of the Commanders. Takes a snap with no time left on the clock, and Sailors gain of 2.
Actually, Altmaier does have a case as he was going down, as they did not the roll. Baptiste did have his hands in Altmaier's face mask.
Lauren says, what's that, fellas? Where's Antony? Antony tends not to join us for the live play-by-play stuff that we do. He will do every now and again, and he might tonight, might say hello during the halftime, especially that's when he kind of likes to come on, but he very much more does the review shows. Altmaier pulls that one, now gets another sack around midfield. That's going to be end of drive.
Mo Hurst. Damn, that's a name I have not heard in a while. Maurice Hurst.
Punt from Fox, directional to the right. Fair catch called for at the 12, completed. I mean, a net 80-yard drive for the Lions doesn't end in a score, but flips a field 7-7 ball game with 7 minutes to go in half number 1.
Mm-hmm. It's just that last one was definitely McLaughlin just getting overpowered by Mo Hurst, but it's the sacks. It's the sacks that are the killers.
I mean, he's had 3 now, I think, on him, Altmaier.
Yep.
Not ideal. Grandize also asking, where's Ryan and Hank? Ryan doesn't come on the Lions show. Ryan doesn't do that anymore. He's just a college guy. So don't keep asking, but it ain't happening, Grandizer. Lauren says, O-line looking shaky. And it is, but this is second team on second team now. And second team on second team is always advantage defense. Always. I don't necessarily like the fact that it's that way because you kind of don't give your guys a good way to try and improve. But, you know, the alternative is going up against the first team. So it doesn't get easier.
Exactly. Just speaks to why we need a proper developmental league. It's for offensive linemen because there's just not enough place for them to develop other than college. Or you do this, you chuck them out in the preseason and make it in a life because there's far more better defensive linemen out there than there is offensive linemen. Like Mo Hurst, that's someone obviously aside from the heart condition that was seen as a first round pick before that came out, and he's playing in the preseason game against us.
Oh, Ash, that news that Ant's posted in the around the NFL chat is right up your street.
Let's have a look. Oh, yes. Gimme. Landon Robertson at fullback. Ooh.
All right, the coverage has just gone live again. We are halfway through the second quarter, 7-7 ball game. Commanders have the ball at their own 12. They also get the ball to start the second half. Sam Hartman's still the quarterback. And a running play to the right-hand side. Well blocked up by the Lions without getting anyone necessarily penetrating. Gain of 3, second and 7.
Oh, that's Robert Henney Jr., the UTSA back that Ant liked a couple of years ago.
From the 15-yard line now, second and 7. Shotgun, 11 personnel.
That's not
Lions
Sam
bring
Hartman
5.
anymore.
Pressure. And did throw on good timing. What a tackle, though, by Nick Whiteside. Gain of 4, third and 3.
Yeah, that's not Sam Hartman anymore.
Oh, okay. Who's that?
That is, I'm going to butcher his name, the former Rutgers quarterback, Afan Kalimanakis.
Yes. Kaliakmanis.
Yeah.
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 It's 15 and 16. So,
Yeah.
All right, third and 3 from the 19. Emptied out for Kaliakmanis. And gets through. He should have run for a first down. Instead, uncorks it, and it is caught for a first down regardless. Clark dropped the offensive player trying to pick him up.
Yeah. Van Jefferson.
He's a journeyman, but not in the correct way anymore.
Yeah.
Almost had Kaliakmanis there. Kaliakmanis, whatever his fucking name is. The Greek freak, but not in that way. 5 minutes to go. Takes a snap. Hands off to the left-hand side. Blocked up really well. Number 95 around the back side for the Lions with the tackle.
Levi.
Going to be 2nd down and 9 after a gain of 1 on that one. Barnes still in at Mike. Single back set in 11, 12 personnel, and Kalek Manis with a play action and a check down to a tight end, and tackled by Roger McCreary. Gain of 3, 3rd and 6.
That's Jalen Lane. He's a slot receiver.
Yes, he is. You're right. I'm sorry. Lined up where I thought a tight end should be, but
yeah, you did. It's the same with me. It's 83. It's a tight end number.
Yes, yeah, I got fooled. The bastards did that to me. All right, 3rd and 6 from their own 36. More in the game. Does not win. Kalek Manis with a throw and asking for an incomplete of the Lions is complete, but it is short by 3. 4th and 3 in their own territory. Surely they're going to be punting here. That is incomplete.
Yeah.
Came free as he was coming out of bounds there. They have changed it to an incomplete pass. 4th and 6.
As they should.
Experiment says, what happened to Chuck Clark there? I didn't see, I must admit. Lauren Van Der Esch says, defense looks good, stronger on passing downs than rushing downs. I actually think they look good on both. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Right, hang on. Team stats. The
Tressway with the punt. Gunner has got free early. And, he's missed him. And Kennedy has a chance at return. Did really well there to gain him. So, and he got bodied at the end there. 15-yard return, maybe? Good return by TK.
Yeah, about 12. What was I going to say? For the whole thing you're saying about the defense and the run downs, the Commanders have ran the ball 8 times for 31 yards, which is 3.9 yards carry. For us, 12 attempts, 103 yards, which is 8.6.
We've lost Ash again. There we go. 8 yards of carry. But Ash, remove the 50-yarder. Then what is it? It's still 11 carries for 52 yards, which is a 4.5 yards a carry or something like that.
Yeah.
Still significantly better.
53 divided.
Everyone knows that half yard makes all the difference in the world.
Well, not even that. It's a whole yard. It's 3.9 to 4.8. That's nearly a whole yard difference per carry that we're doing. It's the passing. It's the bad one because obviously the interception, 4 sacks. So we're averaging 1.9 yards a pass. They're on 2.9. That's the big differential.
Appreciate all of you for being with us on a Saturday afternoon. It has been very warm weather today after being quite chilly for the last few days.
And 2-0 Brentford.
Nice. Big Aries has just sent through a clip. What did I say? God damn it. Thanks, Big Aries. Yeah, I got fooled. It's the clip. Thank you. All right, so Lions with the ball. 3:38 to go, or maybe slightly more. But yeah, Austin says, you guys get any rain yet? We've had a little bit the last like 3 or 4 days, but not today.
Yeah.
But we're due for almost a week of it after Sunday. So Monday onwards, there should be like 6 or 7 days of it, which will be bliss. Altmaier hands this one off, and Blackshear drops the shoulder and gets about 4. Oh, that's Williams. Sorry.
Yeah, Trevion Williams, yeah.
.31-yard line, 3 minutes to go. 2nd and 6. Altmaier in shotgun. 11 personnel. Takes a snap. Pressure coming. Quick release to Tom Kennedy. And gain of about 10 yards there for a first down. Nice and in rhythm by Altmaier. Experiment hoping to see Vaki at running back. I don't know whether we're going. He's not suited up. Yeah. Grandizer says 10 a.m. West Coast here. What time is it there? It's 6 p.m. here, and it will be 1 p.m. on the East Coast. 2.5 minutes to go in quarter number 2. From the 42-yard line, Altmaier under center. Narrow formation. 12 personnel. Going right. And cutting back inside. Really nice cut. And a run of 10. And about 3 or 4 yards after contact as well. Williams with a bowling ball type move. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Knowing why he stuck around with the Bengals for so long because they're like RB3-4. Because when you need him to do stuff, he can do stuff like that. But we've already got Sailors at home, so
yeah, he's not got much chance, I don't think, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. You never know, but I kind of do.
Yeah.
Okay, 1st and 10, 2 minutes to go around midfield, 3 timeouts for both teams. Plenty of time. I enjoyed Ant's little message on the YouTube description of this game, so much so that I didn't really change it substantially. So if anyone does want to throw any jibes at me, feel free. That's what I'm here for. All right, what do we want to see here? 50 yards to go, 2 minutes. Should be plenty of time here, Ash, for a score. I would presume with Altmaier, you don't really have an eye on the clock saying try and kill all of the game. You just want to have him score and not worry about it right now, right?
Yeah. Well, I just want him to see what he does in a 2-minute scenario for us because the team will probably know what Josh Dobbs is like in those situations. For those reasons, this is our first chance to see Altmaier in a proper 2-minute drill. So I actually would maybe want to see us do some more of the, right, like no huddle, hurry up, that kind of thing. How he's able to use his timeouts and that, how he quickly communicates the play to the players, stuff like that. So obviously stuff that we can't tell. We can't tell how well he communicates the play to Jackson Meeks, Tom Kennedy, but the team can. Hopefully he does well.
Full sender on Twitch. First time chatter. Thanks for being here, man. Says, has Hassanin been doing good in the game at all? Hassanin has not played a snap as far as I've seen.
Yes, same. I haven't seen him yet. Let's see, has.
I genuinely don't think I've seen him on the field.
If we haven't, that's either really good news or really bad news.
I think it's very, very good news.
Yeah. As in, when I said really bad news, as in, like, he's had an injury and the team hasn't told us yet.
Yes, I know what you meant. Full Sender says, damn, WTF, lol, maybe they're trying to see what Wanham does. Maybe Dan sees him already as a day one starter. I think seeing Hassanin as a day one starter is not likely. But I think that seeing him as a bona fide member of the 53 who perhaps needs to be given a breather rather than the reps here. Probably see him a bit more in preseason game 3 potentially rather than 2, just to kind of warm him up for game 1 of the regular season. But I think we'll see him a little bit today.
And I think the reason, Bonham's getting snaps out because he's obviously first time in the team, but him and Hassan are in different buckets. Bonham is very much him and Derek Moore battling it out for rush end 2, rush end 3. Hassan very much, while he can back up rush end, he's doing the big end role now. So I think him and Bonham and him and Derek Moore are in different buckets in terms of the personnel choices. They're probably all three going to make it. It's just Hassan will probably make more of the big end snaps, more and Bonham the rush end, but they'll interchange.
Washington called a timeout after the Lions ran for a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Full sender says, I think he will at least get 40% snap count. One of them has no pass rushing skills and got 2 sacks against Burrow, and he got 2 sacks against Burrow last week. Well, but Hassanin hasn't played a snap here, and Wonnum has got a sack today. I think that you're right that Wonnum will probably predominantly play run downs, but I think that Moore is probably going to rotate in for him, and I think Moore will rotate in for Wonnum primarily, and then Hutch when Hutch wants to come out, which I hope is a bit more than normal. So when Hutch comes out, I think that's Moore, and when Wonnum comes out, I think that's Hassanin. So I expect Hassanin to get about 25%, maybe 30%.
Yeah.
That might be a little high, if I'm honest.
And Wonnum does have pass rush stuff. 2 back-to-back seasons with 8.5 sacks when he was with the Vikings. It's just when he went to the Panthers on the back of those seasons and got paid for it, he had some injuries.
All right, 3rd and 9 for the Lions now after a quick throwaway at the 42.5-yard line. If you can get another 3 or 4 yards, it could be field goal range. Altmaier does hand it off. No, he pulls it. Can he get to the edge? He does. Can he get a first down? No, he can't. 7-yard game, 4th down and 2. Maybe you think about going for this now. RJ Graham says, I work on the Houston Texans cars and trucks, coaches and players and transit vans.
Nice.
Cool. Nice. Full Sender says, what if Hassan's... unless he's lights out in regular season. If Hassan merits more play because he plays well, then he'll absolutely get more reps. The Lions are going for the field goal here. From 55, from the left hash, snap good, hold good, and looking to drift wide right. Good effort, and it was good by 10 or 15 yards, but it was wide, and the Commanders are going to take over there with 142 and plenty of good field position there. Start their own 45. Full Sender said, I figured most times it would be Hutch and Wonnum on 3rd downs or long passing downs. I def see Hassan or Moore starting. I hear what you're saying. I think seeing one of Hassan or Moore on 3rd down is for sure. I think that Wonnum will probably split 2nd downs and very rarely play a 3rd down, if ever. I think you're right. Wonnum has less pass rushing chops than either Moore or Hassan, but he has some pass rushing chops. Hutch, like I said, hopefully he plays about 80% of the snaps, 75% of the snaps, in which case 20% of the time he's not out there. I liked what Riz was saying about how Cleveland managed Myles Garrett in terms of him just taking a series off here and there, or the 3rd and the 6th series off in a game and just playing all the other reps. That seemed to make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah. And I think the performance of a Wonnum, of Moore, of Hassanin, and I'm putting Lacey in there because obviously he's the base big end. The fact that they're playing so well perhaps will make it easier for Hutch to maybe, as we said in that, like sort of tap his helmet, take a snap off if he feels he needs it, because he knows the guys behind him will be able to do a good job. It's not like last year where it was him, it was AQ and basically no one else. Now we've got a couple of guys there. Maybe it'll be easier for Hutch to say, actually, I'm blumming a bit here. I need to take a play or 2 off just to catch my breath.
Melvin Priestley in at guard says Carlton Wood. He thinks it's Miles Frazier who is out. I didn't see why.
I didn't see why either.
RJ says 12 p.m. noon time here in Texas. I will be in Texas in 2 months' time, and I cannot wait. Cannot wait. It's going to be so cool. I'm in Texas on the 17th of October until finishing up in New Orleans on the 31st of October, which will be nice. Full Sense says, where do you guys live at? I'm in Bristol. Ash is in Birmingham.
Yep. Well, a lot of you lot up today because obviously you were playing at the Pigsty. Oh, well, I mean St Andrews.
Here comes Washington
arguably the goal of the season.
Toss play on the outside. A nice play by DJ Reed.
Yes.
Oh, DJ Reed with a backflip celebration. Fuck yeah. 2nd and 15 coming up after a loss of 5 on that one. Well read by DJ Reed. Excellent stuff. How did the offensive lineman miss him? Good technique by Reed, but over-rotated there. Anyway, 2nd and 15, looking for a quick throw to the left-hand side. Gets it, and a nice play for 16 yards. No, sorry, 10 yards maybe for 3rd and 6.
Yeah. So Hassanin was the one that held up the offensive linemen for Reed to be able to pierce in and get that on that last play.
3rd and 5.5 near midfield. Takes a snap, 2-step drop, looking under pressure. Sack for deep for Moore, and the ball is out. And they're saying down by contact, but Derek Moore with a sack. And why don't the Lions take a timeout here, force the punt? They look like they're just going to the half here. Oh, that's out. That was out.
That's out, yeah.
Wow, that's a terrible decision, but the Lions did not recover it anyway. And they're whistling it dead now. But why are they whistling this dead with 2 seconds to go? Timeout? Why are we taking a timeout here? A replay review within 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Why take a peek at this? No one's gonna... I know that you have to, but it's out before his knee hits for sure. He did not recover it, but the Lions did not recover it. Washington did, so nothing changes. Full Centers, who's your projected starters for centre? Ratledge, Scruggs, or Seth? Right now, gotta be Scruggs.
Scruggs, yeah.
It's got to be Scruggs. I don't even like it. I don't really want him to even be in the 53, ideally. If Mays was here, I'd be kind of pulling him for him to miss out. But he clearly has been the better centre out of him and Seth. And I just don't think Ratledge is a centre.
Yeah, if Ratledge isn't a centre, McLaughlin needs a bit more seasoning. And yeah, I think he was going to make the 53 anyway, because I honestly think... kind of like, you remember how we had the Stafford trade and everyone was like, oh yeah, the Rams chucked in Goff as a throwaway. And then it turned out, actually, no, we wanted him. I think it's the same here, where that's the thing that pushed the Texans off over the edge, because Scruggs is an upgrade on Nice, who was our backup centre last year. Having that stability, where we saw what happened last year, where we didn't have a capable guy behind Glasgow, because obviously Agurikun wasn't ready, Nice wasn't it. Having someone who's been there, done that at college, at the NFL level, perhaps just pushed it over the edge, and who's going to make it for that? That's why we think we Nisham had that left guard, because the team's like, we know you can feasibly play backups like centre too if we need you to, because you've done it before. Let's see what you like at guard. Maybe you can win a job at guard, and then if something happens to Mays, much like what's happened, oh yeah, now we slide you inside, and then we can put Mahogany there or Barch there.
So it's now called on the field a strip sack for Derek Moore. Of course, we didn't recover it, but still a forced fumble for him on the board. And also, just something that I saw on social media recently, the Zone have confirmed they've got college football for next season. They have ESPN and Fox in the UK, which is great. But also Disney Plus have ESPN. So plenty of college football in the UK. And considering DSC, which is this app I'm building for college football, I'm going to be on that pretty liberally.
Yeah. Though I think Disney are going to be pissed that the Zone have got it because it means that we can watch ESPN games without Disney Plus. Like, I've got both anyway.
Yeah, I've got both. Or I will have both. Because, I haven't got the Zone yet. This is just free preseason games at the moment. I'm hoping I get an offer, but I haven't had one yet. Full Sender says, doesn't Scruggs play better at guard? Is Scruggs an upgrade on Glasgow? Scruggs is a better centre. He's not a great guard. Centre is definitely his natural position. He is probably about even with Glasgow when Glasgow was slightly better than last season. Glasgow of last season, I'd say it's maybe a slight upgrade, but not a lot. Frankly, I think that if you watch Scruggs play enough, you might say, please, can we not let this guy start? Full Sender also says, with Barch getting injured, along with Mays, is Mahogany's job still on the line, or is he a day one starter? I think it's clearly a day one starter, but I kind of think he'd gotten the job anyway, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Like, Barch was that kind of upside shot. But that, again, going back to what I said in the sort of literally as I was coming on, fair play to the team for doing it. Like, we've done it with Emmanuel Mosley before, Davenport. But I think we've learnt now. Like, obviously, we kept Davenport around. We kept Mosley around for 2-3 years, trying to get upside. We've now seen, okay, yeah, you can't stay healthy. You're coming off the list, Frank. You play one practice and you concussion protocol. You just can't stay healthy, dude. I think he's going to be, after the, like, on Monday, we'll probably see him be cut, or at least wait for an injury designation and he'll revert to IR kind of thing.
So we are in halftime. Let's just go. Sorry about that. If that made the sound weird. Just smacked my microphone. Not a good idea. Let's have a look at the stats at the end of half number one. 7-7 ball game. Altmaier 6 of 8 for 58. Josh Dobbs 3 of 6 for 24. A pick and a fumble 6, but 2 for 53 and a touchdown on the ground. For Washington, Hartman 6 of 6 for 32. Kalak Manis 3 of 4 for 20. Jaden Daniels 0 of 1. Rushing the ball for the Lions, Sailors 6 for 32. Travion Williams 3 for 20. Jabari Small 3 for 16. Washington, Katron Allen 5 for 23. Hartman 1 for 6. Robert Henry Jr. 3 for -3. Receiving wise, Lions led by Jackson Meeks 3 of 4 for 27. Conklin 2 of 2 for 21. Cedric Wilson 2 of 2 for 21. Tom Kennedy 1 of 2 for 10. Brock Wright 1 of 1 for 3. Washington is led by Van Jefferson 2 of 2 for 17, and then Chigakonkwo and Antonio Williams 1 of 1 for 10. McCaffrey 1 of 1 for 6, and then several people all with 3 yards: De'Ami Brown, Jane Lane, Craig Reynolds. Hartman had a fumble earlier. Was that him who just fumbled the ball now as well? I thought...
Yeah.
Hartman was back in the game. Yeah, I didn't even
notice
it was him. Fair enough. And then obviously I said Dobbs had the fumble 6. Defensively, Reed and Chuck Clark leading the Lions with 4 tackles. 2 sacks, 1 by Derek Moore right at the end there, 1 by DJ Wonnum right at the start there. Otherwise, 3 other TFLs, 2 by DJ Reed, 1 by Avonte Maddox. All of them brutal. Washington led by Will Harris, Ali Carho, and Leo Chanel with 4 tackles each. They've had 4 sacks, 1 by Jean Baptiste, 1 by Magura Nyanga, 1 by Maurice Hurst, and 1 by Amik Robertson. No other TFLs. The interception was by Quan Martin. Kick return wise, Tom Kennedy has 2 for 40, which is not great. Craig Reynolds 1 for 25. Kennedy had to have a return on punts for 12. Bakes missed his long field goal from 55, but got the extra point. Punting wise has been pretty good by both teams. Ash, I'm going to go and get a drink.
It has been an interesting half, hasn't it, guys? Like, rough start, kind of rough end with the sacks on Altmaier, and the missed field goal, obviously. But the defense has looked good. We have got some guys on defense. Thinking that rookie class like Moore's obviously got the sack just the strip sack. I mean, obviously Skylar Kilhoward was showing out last week and has had some good plays this week. Great to see from Rolder. Abney had a good week last week. The only one so far in that defensive class is really not showing much is Tyree West. But things to be excited about. Love the blitz packages we're putting up, even though obviously they're still kind of rudimentary. We're still trying to put the fear of God into the Commanders quarterbacks, get them rushing their process, make some bad mistakes. We've just not been able to capitalize on the mistakes in the same way that they have with the sacks, with the strip sack at the start, with the interception. If we look back at the end and we've lost this game, even though we don't care, that's what we're going to be worried because we lost the turnover differential. But there's been good stuff. I think Blake Miller looked good on the couple of drives he did in the first quarter as well. Didn't really do too much wrong from what I can see. But yeah, looks good. And yeah, I think it. If I had to guess, I know people are saying, obviously, I think someone tweeted out yesterday that Hernandez has been signed. I would not be surprised if it's him because we were looking at him last year before he got injured, I think. And then obviously he knows Petzing, etc. He fits that kind of road grader mentality we want. But yeah, either could work. I guess Tomlinson's more the pass blocking guy. Yeah, okay. More Eric O'Neill. I really want to see Eric O'Neill. I know obviously Antony Lucas got the big things. He slapped Evan Cochran in the first day of camp or whatever. O'Neill's always been my favorite out of the two. I think that's why I profiled him way back. Dude knows how to rush the passer, but he's a bit bigger than like the James Houstons and that, so he could feasibly bulk up a bit and teach him how to do run defense, and that will work. So yeah, I want to see O'Neill. I want to see. Well, everyone knows obviously the one we really want to see though. Give me Eric Hunter. Let's see what he can do. Because I'm still really pulling for him to make the 53. Well, supposedly, according to Justin Rogers, they're doing like a sort of kids game on the field during halftime, and a kid scored, and him and his teammates did the JMO hump in the end zone celebration. Jesus. Hmm. How many? Ooh. Obvious starting three with Campbell, Barnes, Rodrigo, Devin White is 4. Brain's gone blank now. God. Nowaski 5 because he's the backup Sam. Though Malcolm played there. We've just seen that. There was a couple of snaps he was doing in the first quarter. He was playing up Sam. Damone Clark, and then potentially Eric Hunter. I know it's close because it's going to be like him versus Tay Martin potentially as like wide receiver 5-6 versus Jackson Meeks as tight end 4 versus a safety 5 potentially versus Eric O'Neill as an edge, etc. Ooh, that's a good question. It's not suited up. Is Trey Amos? He's not playing. Would have loved to see him because I really loved him in the draft. Commanders draft class. I mean, Oh, maybe Matt Goldburn, the centre they drafted. Obviously, I know Sonny Star's has been a big one. He's made a couple plays. So Katron Allen, obviously, they drafted from Penn State this year. So 2026. But yeah, for me, it's probably Goldburn because I'm looking for like a centre in that time, and he's good. So hopefully, maybe we see a bit of him. We haven't already, and I've just not been looking properly. But he's probably the one I'm looking at because we all know what Sonny Styles is. He's going to be that very athletic linebacker who's replacing Bobby Wagner playing that role. Antonio Williams is there, the kind of like I didn't really like him. Kind of guy at Clemson, really never showed out for them. Joshua Josephs is their version of Tyree West. Don't really like Tennessee edges because of the way they were rotated. So I didn't really have an opinion on him. Case Ryan, we all know who he is. We all know what the Greek Freaks likes. It's Goldburn. Unless they've made UDFA signing that I've just completely missed.
Hello there.
Hello.
How are we doing?
Good. You just basically missed me just saying, oh, I don't give a shit about the Commanders draft class really this year, except for Matt Kolb in the center.
Commanders draft class 2026.
So it's Sonny Styles.
Love it.
Yeah. Sonny Styles out of Ohio State. Antonio Williams, wide receiver out Clemson, slot guy, never really did much. Josephs, edge out of Tennessee, not really did much. Katron Allen is Katron Allen. We all know what that's going to be. We know who Afan Kalamanakis is at QB, so it's Matt Goldburn's the only one that's really intriguing. And then they got Robert Henry Jr. at running back. Everyone else is.
All right, we should be moments away from the second half starting. Sean says 2026 Lions draft picks best. I do think the Lions have gotten back to doing a good draft class and not trying to be too fancy with what they do, but just take good, solid picks.
Best. It's we obviously went for home runs if we could, but if not, we were just hitting for singles and doubles, which is completely right.
Derek Moore was that one that I kind of thought maybe we dropped the ball with again as another second round pick where we've maybe reached a little bit, but he's definitely got something. I just don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know what that something is yet, but looks good.
Mm-hmm. Even if he's just a standard edge too, that's still pretty good considering who else we've got.
And just seeing here that DJ Reed's backflip just got posted on the NFL account on Twitter.
Yeah, with half the people being like, please don't do that. Don't do a backflip. You're starting cornerback for the Detroit Lions, and you know what happens to them.
I've just seen a brutal Twitter message about Man United.
Oh, okay.
We signed Ericsson after he died, and he was still more mobile than Tielemans, for fuck's sake. It's okay because he's not dead. He just tried. That's so good.
That is so good. I mean, means we got their pants down for the 35 mil. I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I knew it was going to happen because he's not that kind of CDM. He fit our system perfectly. That's why he was so moves away from the system.
Bren, this is the great thing about the draft and about people having different opinions. Bren says, I thought we got to steal him more, but I felt the way you're describing about Rolder happy to be proven wrong so far. The majority of us did not think Rolder was a draftable player. or if he was, that he was like a 7th rounder at best.
Yeah.
He's clearly made some believers out of people in camp. The way he started was fantastic. Is getting injured going to hold him back? I really hope not. I mean, he's a Lion now, so we've got to pull for him. And I will. As the kickoff is away, it bounced and caught it on the hop. And returning upfield is Craig Reynolds. And get caught early, but got through a tackle and finally down at the 22-yard line. That could have been down at the 18 or so. So gave him an extra 4 there. There's a flag on the play. Looks like the Washington Commanders were lined up wrongly, were they? A holding on Washington's going to set them back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the great thing about the draft is that we all have these different opinions, Bren. What I'm trying to do with DSC is like distill a way in which that you can kind of go, look, I was right. But you can say that now. Anyone can say, I was right on this guy, and you just take them on faith. The way that I kind of want to have people's opinions on players distilled forever in a shareable format so that you can say at this point in time, I knew that he would go in this round and no one else did. And, you know, there's going to be a snapshot of what people thought on consensus on draft day and your thoughts about that player and, you know, how right or wrong you were. And you can be accountable to yourself as Washington run off the left-hand side. As they see it, and a nice tackle. Nowaski and Dan Jackson combined for that one. 2nd down and 8.
This is definitely now the second team secondary, shall we say? Which is
Rakestraw sighting
on the film. Yeah, Rakestraw and Wick Nightside. Nick Whiteside, he is starting outside corners.
Ironside.
Mm-hmm.
Right, 2nd and 8. Calic Manis, is that? Or is that Hartman? Can't tell. It is Calic Manis. And going deep.
Yeah.
Timing throw. Oh, what a snag! What a snag! By number 86, flag on the play will probably be PI against the Lions. Bradley with a catch. Oh my god. Yeah. Jaden Bradley out of UNLV. Definitely think this is DPI. It was DPI on Abney, holding his hand. And what it meant was that he didn't even need to make the catch. The Commanders were going to make those yards. And that's the kind of silly thing about the holding there, is that you guarantee that chunk yardage happens. The only reason you do it is because you don't want to get deep, big, even further. Anyway, up to the 45-yard line, 1st and 10. And run play to the left got bottled up, and he's going to lose 1. Patron Allen.
Followed up by Chris Smith.
McExperiment says, Rakestraw looks to be favouring his ankle. Come on, team, let the man rest up. And McExperiment says, DSC cold take tweets incoming. I mean, cold take draft reports incoming.
Yeah.
Going to be a throw. It's going to be a screen. He does catch it, but he's going to... Oh, I thought he was going to lose yards. Wingo twists him and throws him down for a gain of 1 instead of a TFL, but it's going to be 3rd down and 10.
So, yeah, we totally did not just see Hassanin drop into coverage on that play or anything. That's a bit scary.
I think Hassanin his weight can drop into coverage. I don't mind it.
It's
3rd and 10.
Oh, that was on the ground.
I think he
needs a bit of work. Yeah,
that's a false start. Sorry, Ash.
Saying he needs a bit of work on it, though. It was a bit robotic, shall we say, in the way that he was going through the going into the zone drop. Very much. I need to take 2 steps back and 3 steps to the right.
It's all 2 steps back and 3 steps right. A little bit of Olivia Rodrigo, but not quite the words.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's fucking 3-0 to Brentford. I What's that? I can hear them getting a few more Beyonce concerts. So I can waste another 150 mil on Man City cast-offs in January.
3rd and 15 from the 40-yard line. That is going to be offside and a free play for Kalikmanis. Kalikmanis on the run and going to throw deep, going to throw for it all, and over his head, but he could have completed that. Instead, it's going to be 3rd and 10. On Spurs, as much as I agree with you, Beyonce concert was awesome. So
No, yeah, it's just I'm only saying it because there was a tweet put out by a Villa fan earlier this about Beyonce concerts like the European trophies.
the European trophy they actually won.
The only one I've ever won.
Yeah, but they won one over Man United.
True.
And just coincidentally, Paul Air Walker's in the chat who says, "Don't like dropping Haas in coverage."
Thank you.
3rd and 10. Can the Lions get this done at the 45-yard line of Washington? Pressure, and he steps up in the pocket and throws, and another fantastic catch. Number 14, Williams against Antony.
Williams. The rookie wide receiver I literally roasted 10 minutes ago. God bloody damn it.
Tell you what, it's a good throw by Kalikmanis. Slightly behind him, but basically only where he could get it. That's hard. This has been a hard game so far for Keith Abney.
Yeah, they've picked on him a bit, yeah.
1st and 10, 11:40 to go, 7-7 ball game. At the Lions, 34. Handoff to the left. Cuts. Oh, a little nice delay there. Good tackle in the end by Levi.
Yeah.
Gain of 6. 2nd down, 4.
Whoever's playing big end there just got absolutely destroyed.
It's gain of 8, in fact. Grandizer saying some song lyrics and then saying it was in 1991 and a bit before my time. I was 1. And Ash was significantly not born.
I was -7.
2nd and 2, play action. Kalikmanis looking down the field and rifles it in a good throw and catch. Rakestraw was in coverage against number 86. He had the great snag earlier. That's Bradley. 1st down. Into the red zone. Experiment says dropping Haas sounds innuendo-ish.
True. Either that or very stinky.
I'll tell you what, it might be the name of the next episode, maybe.
I like it, yeah.
Why not? The 14-yard line, running play to the left. The Lions have blown this up. He's going to reverse field and then cut back inside. And Dan Jackson comes downhill. And Katron Allen manages to get to the line of scrimmage. Good effort by him. 10 minutes to go in this third. All right. 2nd and 10. From the 14.5, Skyler Howard in the game and coming forward and a quick throw out. And if he caught that ball, there was plenty of room, but Kager couldn't hold on to it. 3rd and 10.
Anthony Lucas Saiten, Trey Barchi.
3rd and 10. Shotgun in 0-1 personnel. That was a false start on the slot receiver who just made the catch before. Oh, well, 2 different people false started because number 86 definitely false started, but they called it on number 16. That's 3rd down and 15 coming up. Calling that on Kalikmanis, the quarterback, but definitely number 86 as well. Oh, yeah, it's definitely a false start.
Yeah.
3rd and 15. Maybe time for Washington to draw play here to just maybe get a few yards for the field goal. I don't know.
Get on the kicker's favourite hash as well.
From the 19, shotgun play, looking for a quick throw to the right-hand side, Kalakmanis, and it is caught, and Antonio Williams and Kalakmanis was hit hard. About a 10-yard gain. Maybe they cut away from the play before it actually ended, which is not ideal. Malcolm Rodriguez with a hit.
Yes. Again with the sound. That was a 6 linebacker look.
Well done by Rodrigo. That was good work, and it was a 10-yard play. It's 4th and 5 for this field goal attempt from 27 yards from the right hash. 5 seconds to get this off. Snap good, hold good, perfect. 10-7 Commanders. Chris Spielman about to be on the mic for the Lions when they come back. I know, actually, you don't really listen to the coverage, but it might be worth turning it on. I don't know.
Sure, I would love to. It's just too many sound make Ash brain go.
I do struggle with it myself, I have to say. Thank you for everyone for listening into the show. If you want to support us in any way, we do just about make as much as we spend in trying to produce it. If you want to therefore support us in helping meet that cost, do throw in a super chat and I'll read it out, or a donation, which actually YouTube doesn't take a cut of at all. The link for that is in the YouTube description. We're going to be doing what we've always done after 6 years doing this, going into year 7. We will be live throughout most of the NFL games this season. Because I'm going to Texas in late October, I am missing, I think, 2 or 3, which is not great. In fact, I think I might be away at the bye? I don't know. Maybe no. Actually, I think it's after the bye. I can't remember. Anyway, so I won't be live then. If Ash and Ant can do it, that would be fun. But what have you? Anyway, we will do a preview show probably on a Thursday, but it's flexible. A review show probably on a Monday, and then if we can get any special guests on in between, we will of course do that. I know that Jeremy has said that he's open to coming on as much as we would like. Jeff, I don't know if he's going to be available this weekend now because he hasn't responded to me. But Jeff Risdon, friend of the show, I know he's in London, been watching his son. I wouldn't blame him if he's just taking a bit of vacation time, and we'll pick him up on the way back through. I'm hoping to get Eric Schlitt on the show at some point. Everybody loves Eric. And of course, we're friends with lots of YouTubers, and Ant has done a really good job in curating the relationships we've made during our draft show. So we should have a contributor from the opposition team in all of our preview shows on a Thursday. It's all the good coverage you've come to know and love from us.
And we've still got that special guest we've been teasing for like 3 months to come on as well at some point.
Say that again?
And we've still got that special guest we've been like trying to tease for like 3 months to come on at some
point. No, he hasn't responded to me for a while now, which is kind of frustrating.
Aww.
I thought it was going to be in July, and we're almost in September now, so I'm going to message him again and see whether we can convert it. Oh no, Jake Bobo. No. ACL, LCL, PCL. Shit.
Yes, fucked his entire. Yeah.
That could be a career ender.
Yeah, rest in peace to the true Lions legend.
I mean, I've talked it into existence.
Yeah, God, I'm actually sad. That's like one of our first proper podcast running jokes, and it actually might be over now.
No, Trey Flowers was way earlier than that. And for some reason, they're almost all mine, which is really annoying. That was caught 1 yard deep, and here comes Blackshear, is that, up to the 26-yard line, number 42.
It is back to the Pastronaut.
Joshua Dobbs. I want to call him the Double.
Oh, that's a good game. Haven't played it in ages, though.
Love a bit of Double. Josh Dobsel. Anyway, Lions in the eye. Handoff, run behind that fullback is Blackshear and gets himself 8 yards. 2nd down and 2. That backup offensive line is looking okay at the moment until a flag comes in, and maybe this is for holding and sets him back. Famous last words.
Priestley is in at left guard. I believe that's number 71. Illegal formation.
There's some fireworks going off. Oh, and the microphone's gone, so maybe the fireworks were just the electronics getting buggered. Illegal formation on the Lions, and instead of 2nd and 2, it's going to be 1st and 15.
I was about to say with fireworks, the Red Wings announcing they've selected their new GM, kind of like how the Vatican puts out the white smoke to realize that, to tell people about the new pope.
The Cardinals have chosen.
Yeah.
1st and 15, Dobbs under centre, and fake handoff, play action, looking and trying to get release early. Good throw on a corner route to Tay Martin for a gain of... Wow, they took that back a long way. They put that 2 yards further back than it should have been, I think. But hey, they're going to credit him with 11 on 1st and 15. It's going to be 2nd down and 4. Let's see. He got contacted there. Okay, maybe he lost a yard on where it should have been. 2nd and 4. Dobbs under centre, Meeks in motion as that move tight end and run to the right-hand side. And a nice tackle, actually, by number 56. Medrano? Something like that as a linebacker.
Yeah.
3rd down and 2. Can the Lions' first drive continue? It looks like it's an injury. The clock has stopped. Oh my god, the Atlanta Falcons have invited the Atlanta Falcons UK to a game on October 18 where they will be a VIP guest in their field suite. Unfortunately, they can only do one person. A guest will not be able to join them, so they have to choose one of their number to do that. But flippin' heck. Oh, one day, man, we'll get to that point with the Lions org.
Yep. And then we'll have a battle royale, and I'd probably lose, as it's Priestley who went off with the injury right after we mentioned that he was in. And was
great run, really good run, nice cut by Blackshear, and up to the 50. He is hyped. 3rd and 2, and a lovely conversion by the Lions. I have to say, if they did offer something like that to us now, considering our situations, I probably would go for Ant.
Yeah, 100%.
Jared Goff on the sideline with an earphone in, just listening in.
He's listening to the play calls.
At the 48-yard line of Detroit, Dobbs hands this one off too. Slip by Blackshear, gets back to the line, no gain. And whistles blow the time dead.
Yeah. I think whoever's the right guard just got blown back right into the path of the run. Big rep. Jesus, I'm saying this in the most respectful way possible. I think Drew really used the pumice stone this morning because that head is looking shiny as hell.
2nd and 11. They're calling it a loss of 1 there. Dobbs in shotgun. 1-step drop, looking right, going left, and now needs to get rid of it. It's going to escape to the left. He's got pursuit behind him. He needs to get rid of it, and he does throw it, and it's incomplete towards number 12 of the Lions. Number 12 was
Tariq Black.
I was going to say Thomas Harper, and I knew that wasn't right.
Yeah, Harper. He's not suited up today, which is interesting. Does that mean
I think that means he's solidified his spot as the primary person behind... Oh, no, starter. Sorry, primary starter alongside Clark.
Yeah.
3rd and 11. Can the Lions continue the strive? Dobbs in shotgun. 0-1 personnel. Under pressure. Got to get rid of it. Does get rid of it. And it can't be caught. Tay Martin had it come off his fingertips. It was a little bit in front of him, but he probably wishes he could have that one back.
Oh.
He was rushed on that throw, but Martin didn't extend fully. He tried to take it in and just misread it. Experiment says, man, I feel like every time I look away, we have a great play. Then when I start watching again, we have a pool. I'm going to test this egocentric theory for a bit. So Experiment, what you need to do is you need to quit being a Lions fan altogether and watch another team and inflict your curse on them. Maybe become a Packers fan for our sake.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say Packers.
I don't mean that seriously. We love you here. That is a flag on the lines for some reason or another, but they have not recovered comms yet, so we have no idea.
Full start.
Experience says he does live in Wisconsin. Well, there we go. Do you also enjoy hard cheese? Punt away by Jack Fox. Good kick, and McCaffrey coming back. What a tackle by 51. Joe Bacci? Troy Reader. Yeah. Troy Reader.
Oh, yeah.
Penalty marker
also Reed. I think Reader was also your personal protector on that play.
Experiment doesn't like cheese in general, but melted cheese or grated Packers. Fuck yeah. Right, flag. What is it? Referee asking for the number, but can't get it. What's the number? He's asked 3 times. Illegal block in the back. They're lip reading the referee. This is hilarious. They're trying to lip read the referee in the booth.
It's a legal block in the back. Whatever the player was, which was Barnes, enforced at the spot of the catch, half the distance to the goal, first down. So they're starting at it was enforced at the 14, so they're starting at their own 7.
Lovely. So the Commanders have the ball up 3 at their own 7. Fingers crossed the Lions defense can hold up here, and then we'll have great field position.
Or absolute blitz and Hassanin gets a safety.
Oh, well. Cold shower time.
Yeah.
Grandizer says, that was when Dolphins UK channels seemed to be active or more active. I have not followed them since they were hard to reach for you lads. We tried to reach out to them too before, but hard to do that. I am going to try and reach out again to the Locked on Dolphins guy that I absolutely love.
Oh,
Been on the show before, but since he's interested in college football specifically, I would like to talk to him about DSC as well as the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try and reach out to people in the draft universe and see who wants to maybe be a part of what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize Joey Aguila had such a good day for the Jags yesterday. Wow. Holy shit. That's a nice stat line.
Mm-hmm. Why am I seeing Proctor on my screen? It's not the Proctor I care about.
Oh, wow. Is that the Packers rivalry uniforms? Fuck me, that's terrible.
Have they been leaked?
They are what I can only describe as like a rust copper. I don't think it's a proper leak, but it's someone looking at their release trailer and kind of saying what they think it's going to be. It looks horrific.
Yeah, I'm just, as we discussed yesterday, I'm scared about us because fair play. I've got credit here. Oh, yeah, no, that. You're saying rust color. For me, that is the color of like slightly wrongly cooked pizza cheese.
Ooh, nice. Right, here come Washington. Handoff and a run up the middle and swamped and a loss of 1. Second down and 11. Really well done by the Lions, blocking up the interior there as that was a run up the middle.
Yeah, credit to Cronta Paston for basically, I think, guessing what the name of the uniform's going to be in Concrete Jungle.
Big Aries has risen, showing up, question mark. I think now we're at this point, it's fair to say that Jeff may be not making an appearance yet, but we will get Jeff on the show. He's a cracking dude, and to be fair, I think he just deserves a vacation, to be honest, without having us bother him, so... snap and a quick throw in the flat to number 30, who tries to beat his man, doesn't manage it. Is that Keith Abney out there? It is Keith Abney with a tackle. Good stuff. I think it's going to be like 3rd and 7, maybe?
Yeah, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6, roughly, I think. Jesus. I love how we came into camp with like fine linebackers and now we've got all those.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Cool.
It's an embarrassment of riches, I think, really.
Mm-hmm.
Right, 3rd and 5, apparently. It's literally 6 because I can count. Quick throw looking for the left-hand side timing route. 1-on-1 ball, incomplete. Really well marshalled by Keith Abney, not getting handsy on that play and not giving up DPI. That's learning right there. That's learning.
Yeah.
Because he got beat slightly, recovered well. I mean, it's still put in a place where only the Washington guy can get it, but it's a 50-50 ball on catch, no catch, rather than beat him or not beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Also, well done by Skylar Gill-Howard for not hitting the quarterback after being basically unabated to him at the end. Punt is away by Tressway. 4 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Nice long kick, recovered at the 37, and off comes Greg Dortch with a punt return. Very tricky, and all the way down to the 47-yard line, and Dortch is hyped.
That is unfair, releasing him against the Commanders in that way.
Release the Dortch! In the manner of release the clones in Austin Powers.
Can't believe they're making another one of that. And another National Treasure.
I mean, National Treasure makes sense even though I've never watched it. But Austin Powers, it's been too long. And everyone's kind of grown up now. And frankly, you don't... The dad has actually retired from acting.
Yeah, number 1, I'm going to seal the Declaration of Independence. Number 2, I'm going to kidnap the president. What number 3 going to be? Okay.
Just for Austin Powers, like Michael Caine has officially retired from acting. You can't wheel him out in a wheelchair for another one. Dude's like 90 years old.
Yeah.
Actually,
like
I don't know
Julie
how
Andrews,
old he is.
she's officially.
Like
Julie Andrews as well. She's retired from acting, which is why she's not going to be in the new Princess Diaries film.
Michael Caine is 93.
Jeez.
And, like, you can see why he was Alfie. Just searched up Michael Caine, and that's a good-looking fella.
Yeah, for me, it's like the Icarus file, like the sort of working man James Bond films he was in the 60s. Those were some looks, like...
Big Area says that original Austin Powers is a gem. Yes, it is. The original was the best. Although, I have to say, I did enjoy Heather Graham off the back of Boogie Nights doing Austin Powers 2.
Yes.
Whatever happened to Heather Graham?
Oh, no. That's a... Let's get all the key questions here on this preseason stream.
Oh, this is a tweet I needed. Today is August 22nd, 2026. It is the last Saturday without an FBS college football game into January 9, 2027. 19 straight Saturdays of college football about to begin as of next week. I might try and convince Ant to go live on Saturday next week. We can. In fact, I think the Lions are probably then anyway, but the college football will be on too.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember when the Lions' last preseason game is, but I thought it was a Saturday. Dobbs, short field, play action, checks it down to a running back on a screen, and lots of room. And can he beat the last man? No! Down he goes. That's Travion Williams, but a really nice run, and the Lions have kickstarted this drive.
Next Saturday, 6:00.
Number 62 is down for the Lions. Looks like he's hurt somewhat, but he's trying to get up. 62, Michael Neese. Ken Stauder saying Michael Caine is one of those voices, maybe a top 10 most imitated. Agree heartily. Brent says, we need a reaction video to Austin Powers. Probably best not.
True.
Independent Aquaman says, Goff has had a perfect game so far and 0 interceptions or drop passes. Go Lions. Bren thinks the second Austin Powers the best. What's that?
No drop passes. The third down last drive
was not thrown by Jared Goff.
Oh, Goff. Oh, I again probably mean to. I just heard the second bit of like no drops, no. I was like, hang on.
Carlton Wood asking whether you're going to mention the Coventry Detroit FC link up.
I understand it, fair play, but Coventry is not the Motor City. You can politely, but also not politely, fuck off with that shit. The closest motor plant to Coventry is still in Birmingham. It's Castle Bromwich, which is Jaguar and Land Rover. It's also the factory where Spitfires were made in World War II. But that's Birmingham. Birmingham is the Motor City of the UK. Just because like British Leyland and Rover and that have gone from Longbridge, we are the Motor City. We built the cars.
I mean, it did build the cars. It's not vaunted for quality, though.
I mean, Jaguar Land Rover, that's a luxury car brand. We had Aston Martin.
I didn't say it wasn't a luxury car brand. I said it wasn't vaunted for quality. Jaguar, one of the most unreliable car makers, second only to Land Rover. Land Rover, one of the most repaired vehicles ever. And also, the Range Rover, one of the easiest cars to steal, but also one of the cars that drug dealers love to buy. How about it? Not to throw shade too much at GM, but not GM. British Leyland.
Yeah. Hey, Mitchell Minis. Beautiful cars. Rovers were horrible. I admit, I hate Rovers when we used to make them here. I mean, actually, fun fact about Rover, the factory where the Rover factory was, it is now Sainsbury's.
Yay.
Exactly.
I did quite like Rovers. They weren't good cars, but I quite enjoyed them.
MG as well.
I don't like what MG's become. Right, Lions at the 24-yard line, and that's going to be a false start. That's Melvin Priestley.
Yeah. The most penalised offensive lineman in college football last year. Wasn't close, I don't think.
Right, first and 10, now first and 15 at the 29. Handoff, delayed to the right-hand side, got around the trip and got about 4 yards for second and 11. Big Area says, my dad is an English car collector. I've spent more than a couple of vacations in a garage, getting something fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Snap away in your shotgun. Quick throw to the left, to the right-hand side, sorry. Caught by number 11 down at the 19-yard line. That's going to be 3rd and 5. Nice catch by Lucky Jackson.
And no wonder the Falcons are 17-6 up on the Colts. It's Cooper Rush throwing the ball rather than, their usual QBs who cannot throw to save their lives.
3rd and 5 at the 19. 5 yards to go. Dobbs in shotgun. 1 personnel. 2-step drop. Plenty of time. Throw to the left-hand side. Got through the progression as well. And that's Lucky Jackson again diving forward for an 8-yard gain. 1st and goal at the 10. Back-to-back plays by Lucky Jackson.
Mm-hmm. Just finds the hole in the zone. Very well done.
Right, under center this time. Condensed formation, 12 personnel. Dobbs changing the play, takes the snap, run play to the right-hand side. Plenty of room, tripped up, down at the 5 is Williams, 2nd and 5. One minute to go in quarter number 3. 2nd and goal from the 5, Dobbs in shotgun. Another quite narrow set here and whistles. Timeout Lions. Dan Campbell did not like what he saw there.
Nice has been carted to the locker room.
Who is? Nice?
Nice, yeah.
Oh. We've got some comments here. Grandizer asking whether I like Austin Powers. When I dropped this line years ago, he said you didn't get it. The lads at Royal Alliance UK put the grr in growl, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I knew that, Grandizer. Come on, man. Another zone read, but hands it off. And Travion Williams down to the 1. 3rd and goal from there. What else do we have? Carlton says quality. You mean like Bentley? Bentley qualifies. I think, don't know whether Morgan is from that area of the world as well. I'm not sure. Ken Sanders says Jag's been an electrical issue as far as I can remember. Yes. Grandize says Heather Graham still acting. She directed a movie around 2016-ish. That's 10 years ago, sir. 1 yard to go here. 17 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Dobbs in shotgun hands this one off as well. And Williams gets in the end zone for a touchdown, Detroit. Great way to end the 3rd quarter. And I tell you what, Williams deserves that. Got a good day today.
Very much so. Cheers. He's making a not so much as he's making, what shall we say?
What else do we have? Granda said, I love the Austin Powers skit on SNL and watched all the movies, had some of the merch. What a time, that 1990s. It's so good. The first film was excellent. Ken Sanders said, I was going to buy a Jag in the 80s, then heard way too many bad stories and bought a Datsun Sunny instead. Love that car. I will say, I think that despite unreliability, British cars handle better than many cars out there in the market. It's just you have to repair them a lot. Independent Aquaman saying, so are you guys flying to the Lions game in Germany? That's the distance of Edmonton to Calgary, both in the province of Alberta for Canada. We are. The problem is we are an island. So we do have to, if we drive by car, go to the Channel Tunnel and wait for all of that to happen and again get over. I've never done it. I know lots of people that have, but flying is fairly cheap. So definitely going to do that, but we're both doing that. Are you going from London, or is there one from Birmingham, or?
Yeah, by the looks of things, it'll be Birmingham to, I think it's because again, with the whole stuff in my work, I don't want to book the flights and then them turn around and say no, definitely not. So
fair. Grandad's saying, I don't care for Locked On. Me neither. Most have blokes are not journalists and act too uppity. Carl Krabs is actually a journalist, has ties, and is not all uppity. Carl Krabs, I think he is quite... He's humble, but also fairly confident in what he does, but he puts in the work, and so he deserves to feel like he does a good job. Grandad says, don't care for blokes who act all uppity. Krabs is big time. I don't follow him as much as I should. It's overwhelming how many options there are. I completely agree. Also, Ash... Grandad asks, Ash, what is the thing Sheffield... What is the thing that Sheffield is the Motor City of the UK? Didn't they create a lot of the World War II planes and other hardware in that era?
No, they're the Iron City, so they're basically the English version of Pittsburgh.
Kickoff return was blown up at around the 26th. Jackson almost got into it with a lot of people. Rakestraw and Reynolds got into it a little bit as well. Rakestraw's barking at Craig Reynolds. There was a flag on the play with 1 second to go in the third quarter. 14-10 Lions. Legal formation on the receiving team, lose another 5 yards.
Comes in on the tackle on that return. Very nice.
An independent Aquaman saying, cool, we'll have fun then. I'm jealous. I mean, I would just... I'm not going to say I want to live in Detroit because I like being here. But I would love to do what Ryan Farden does in terms of how many games he goes to get to see.
Yeah. Very much we win the Powerball kind of situation.
Yes, definitely. I would love to buy a house in Detroit to make the travel over cheaper.
Yeah.
Cheers, Austin. 25-yard line play action for Kalak Manis. And a check down, but incomplete for 89. Cager. That's a second drop for him at end of the third quarter. 14-10 to the Lions. Dobbs now 7 of 12 for 74 and a pick, and the fumbles 6, but he's got 2 for 53 and a touchdown on the ground. Altmaier has gone 6 of 8 for 58. Lions I'm just going to do the Lions. Screw the Commanders. Who cares? Trevion Williams has now led the team in rush attempts, 7 for 34 and a touchdown. Jacob Saylor 6 for 32, so higher average. Blackshear 4 for 17. Jabari Small for 3 for 16. Receiving wise, Meeks 3 of 4 for 27. Trevion Williams 1 of 1 for 24. Tyler Conklin and Cedric Wilson 2 of 2 for 21. And Lucky Jackson 2 of 2 for 15. Catching has been pretty good for the Lions today. Tay Martin only 1 of 4. That might hurt. Defense-wise, Reed and Clark with 4 tackles apiece. Still only 2 sacks for the Lions. 1 by Moore, 1 by Wanham, and then 3 other TFLs. 2 by Reed, 1 by Maddox. Kennedy and Blackshear with the kick returns, 2 for 40, 1 for 27 respectively. Punt returns by Dortch and Kennedy, 1 for 16, 1 for 12 respectively. Bates missed a 55-yarder, but got 2 for 2 on extra points. And Fox is 2 for 85 yards in punting, both inside the 20. Ash going into quarter number 4, Lions up by 4. Commanders with the ball. Thoughts on the game? What do you think we'll see in the last 15 minutes? Who do you want to see kind of be highlighted?
Let's do that. The offense has looked a lot better in that quarter. Like, maybe it's because we've let more into the run and we're getting better run against their weaker defense, but it's looked better. But the defense has just stayed the same. Obviously, Abney getting picks on a bit in that one drive wasn't good, but he's bounced back nicely, as you well rightly pointed out. He's learning on the job, didn't get that DPI on that big shot in the drive after. It's encouraging. Obviously, would have been nice if Bates could have made that field goal. But I think extended the lead a bit here, but it's looking good. Players are putting themselves forward for roles like Trevion Williams going into today. Would have thought he'd be at this performance? No. He certainly at least put the tape out there, so if another team needs a running back.
Fourth quarter about to commence. Lions up by 4. Commanders have the ball deep in their own territory. Sideline talking to Lee McNeil right now. Grandizer says Heather Graham is in the movie Swingers from 1996. In case you haven't seen it, a good movie that flew under the radar. I actually had a copy of that on DVD a long time ago. So yes, I have watched it, but again, probably 15 years ago. don't remember a great deal of it. Here come Washington at their own 25. And Calic Manis on a timing route 1-on-1, and he's beaten him deep, and Whiteside got burned there. What a throw and catch. Number 19 is Nash.
Yep. Former Triple Crown in college football, Nick Nash. So I'm not surprised. Unfortunately, I'm not surprised that he got free there because Nash is a weapon. It's just because he played for San Jose State, the teams didn't really want him.
McSparrow saying, check out the news graphics. Nice. The logos look a little bit distorted in the score bug. Otherwise, it looks fantastic. Great job. Thanks, McSperiment. I'm not really doing the timer, which is a feature. I tried to do that a lot in previous years, but it's too much effort to make happen. All the way down to our own 20 after a 55-yard gain. But that is going to be a big TFL, and that is Skylar Gil Howard.
Gil Howard. Lots of free. Yeah.
My guy. My fucking guy. Brent says Gil Howard looking good today. Yes, sir. Ken Stella saying, has Conklin been able to practice or play with the Lions yet? When did he get injured? He was injured in the spring, but he is playing today. He's had a couple of catches. He had a couple of catches last week too, so he's been back for a little while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been back since I want to say about 3 weeks ago. But yeah, he's had some good and some bad. So in that drive where Altmaier got sacked 3 times, he was 100% guilty of one of them. So swings and roundabouts. But he's looked good as a tight end 2-3. We could do a lot worse.
Delay of game after a really loud crowd, and Calic Manis couldn't get the ball off. So now 2nd and 18. Experiment saying Whiteside's weakness seems to be deep beats. I wonder if he's expecting more safety help. I mean, that just looked like a 1-on-1 ball to me. And Experiment saying, man, how is Gil Howard 5 yards behind the line in the first second after the snap? I don't know.
It's that first step.
He's just rapid.
I love. Yeah. He's very much a right now. Obviously, this can develop, and I'm happy to be proven wrong over time as he does it. He's very much he either wins off the snap or he doesn't, but when he does, it's stuff like that.
Might call him a poor man's Kalijah Cansey.
Very much so. Glad that, love him, man.
And also probably just as injury prone.
Yeah, valid. Yeah.
Grandeyes are asking what I'm drinking. This is a dark and stormy. But it's a pint of dark and stormy. It's not a huge amount of rum. It's a good amount of ginger beer. It's the Australian ginger beer that's quite hard to find. Calic Manis with the throw. It is complete, but he's going to be about 4 yards short on 3rd and 11. Now 4th down and 4. And Grandad's saying swingers, I believe, was one of Vince Vaughn's earliest movies. That is correct. Sorry, sir. Say again, Ash.
I think that was Eric O'Neill in coverage there because he got the tackle.
Nice.
Hey, Mr. Sam. Ooh. Now we're talking.
Right. Field goal attempt coming up to make it a 1-point game. 32 yards from the right hash. Snap good. Hold good. Slightly to the right. But good for Washington. 14-13 in favour of the Lions. 12:02 to go.
I think now's one of our time for one of our trademark 10-minute rushing double 13 times kind of drives.
Tottenham game finishes 3-0.
Oh, love to hear it. Oh, thank God. So look, that's what I wanted. PFF have finally started putting their live stuff up for this. Oh. Only 9 pressures. I swear I've had more than that.
Carlton Wood asking if
PFF more than
Altmaier is
accept
back in now.
Maddox.
I hope Altmaier will be back in. Sorry, Ash, I can't really hear you, to be honest.
Sorry. I'm just because PFF have finally started putting their live grades out now for this game. Just looking for him to see if there's any interesting stats I can see. Yeah, okay, yeah. Pass blocking's not going to be good for us this week by PFF grades. 2 players with 9.3.
Grandad saying, Skyler Howard, the darling of the Royal Alliance UK, you need to get him in for an interview. I wish, but getting any active player on the Lions is really hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say it's not worth it, but it's just difficult.
Yeah.
I went to the Thatcher's pub today.
Ooh.
It was good fun. I have one of their cider barn ciders. They're the craft ones they do. It was so good. I don't like anything craft on the label, generally speaking, because I just find it a bit shitter than normal, but the craft cider stuff is good. 1Pride40 says Gil Howard going to be nice in this rotation. I will say this right now. I think he's in the 53, but as a lot of people said, it's a one-on-one battle between him and Wingo.
Yeah.
I don't think Wingo has had a bad camp by any means. So yeah, we all like Gil Howard. I will be gutted if he doesn't make it. But only one of them will.
Altmaier is going back in. But yeah. I think it will be Gil Howard that makes it.
You'd like to think that given that he's a more recent draft pick, they'd just believe in him more, but
he's shown more as well.
Kickoff recovered at the 9 and going to be returned by number 0. That can't be 0. 8. 8.
It's
Dortch.
Dortch. Yeah, it's Dortch.
Yeah, I was about to say Gibbs. No way. No way. No way.
Yeah, no, we're not. Would you? Yeah. After what Phipps said this week, where he says, "Yeah, I can see. I know that Gibbs might be able to do something in the boys' hand, but we're not putting him back there."
All right, here we go. 12 minutes to go. 14-13 Lions. Altmaier, handoff. Nice run to beat the pursuit from the backside and keeps the legs driving for a gain of 6. Is number 42, Blackshear.
Yeah. I liked the motions across the front of the run to confuse the linebackers. I like that where you have run receiver go obviously orbit motion that way, one that way, to then open up the lane. Like it.
Second and 4 at the Lions 37. Altmaier in shotgun, 12 personnel. Hands it off and should have pulled that one on a read. Loss of 1. Tackle by Jacobs on Blackshear. Now 3rd and 5. This is the problem that I kind of see with someone like Altmaier in the zone read part of it, is I'm not actually sure he reads it well.
Yeah.
Just less than 11 minutes to go now. 3rd and 5. Altmaier takes a snap back as a false start on the Lions.
Frazier, God's sake.
Round eyes are doing my job here, saying Ash is mumbling.
I'm not doing it on purpose. I think it's because my mic's so far away because I'm in my bedroom, so it's hard for me to.
Do you have a separate mic to your headphones?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Altmaier on 3rd and 10 now. And that is going to be a false start as well.
$65 to McLaughlin. God damn it.
Experiment says he thinks Ash's beard is in the way.
I know I need to get it cut. I've just been on early this week, so I haven't had a chance to go to the hairdressers because I just feel exhausted after work. but I will try.
Thank you to everybody for watching. 10 minutes left in this game. Lions leading by 1. Hope you all have a great rest of your weekend when we are done here. Lions on their drive, but it could be falling short here. 3rd and 15. Looks like Washington. No, they only bring 4. Thought they bring more. Oh my, going for a 1-on-1 ball. Lucky Jackson could have caught that like a push off, and it is going to be an OPI, but that will be declined. Pretty sure this is going to be OPI. What? Are they going to call it DPI? On the defense? They are calling that on the defense. That is absolutely offensive pass interference. What are they seeing? What? That's a terrible call.
It's preseason for the refs as well.
Yeah, but they're not going to like that back on tape as Altmaier hands that off. And that's hitting the backfield for a loss of 3. Swarmed. Swarmed by number 55. That's Brian Cowart, DT out of Maryland. Second and 13 then. Altmaier in shotgun, 11 personnel. Takes a snap. They bring 4. Quick throw to the outside is caught. Nice timing on that. Gain of about 5. That's going to be 3rd down and 8. DK asking who are the standouts from the game so far today. We will go through that at the end of the game. Not long to go now. But I will start racking my brains for some guys. Throw has been batted down. It's incomplete. It was 3rd and 7. It's going to be 4th and 7. And I guess we punt?
Yeah. Yeah, you can see the offensive line coming off. Definitely.
$9:28 to go here. It is punt team. Jack Fox. Can he pin a team inside 20 again? Fox with a punt. It's going to be caught at 15. Fair catch. Well done, Lions. And another one by Fox. 3 out of 3. Caught inside the 20. So, Commanders take over down by 1, 1st and 10 at that spot. Driving for the lead now with 9 minutes to go. Appreciate you all for being here. If you have enjoyed the show, do join us for the rest of the season. Preview shows on Thursday, review shows on Monday when the regular season starts. We will be live during Cut Down Day. That is not this coming Tuesday, but it is the next one. I will not be there, unfortunately, but I will be probably watching the show on the way home from a family event. We will not have a show. No, we will have a show Monday, which will probably recap this and talk about the comings and goings of the camp so far. And then we won't have one the following Monday because of that live show on the Tuesday. And then, yeah, otherwise we'll be going into the bye before the season starts. And then Thursday, Monday for the rest of the season. Special guests will be working on all the way through the year, including Lions beat writers. We'll try for Lions players, but it rarely happens, unfortunately. Full Sender saying, hasn't he got any sacks yet? He's been used sparingly, to say the least. He's hardly played. If you've enjoyed the show, please do consider supporting us with a super chat or a donation. The link's in the description. The donation doesn't have anything taken from anyone at all, just go straight to us. And if you are interested in college football in the NFL draft, do keep an eye out for DSC, which should hopefully launch in the next couple of months. If you enjoy scouting college football players, you should give it a look when I do launch it out there. And if you like what we do, and even if you're not a massive fan of college football or the NFL draft, if anyone could just throw out there their likes and shares and what have you when I do actually launch that, I would really, really appreciate you guys for doing that. Full Sender asking for top 5 guys on defense that made an impact today. We will definitely go through those at the end of the show. And thank you for following us on Twitch as well.
I was looking through where you're saying it. I think cut down stays on the 30th.
Oh, really?
This year. Yeah.
Third, so on a Sunday.
Yeah. I believe so. I've been.
Oh, it is Sunday at 11 o'clock UK time.
Ah. Hang on. In which case, what am I doing that day? Oh, I have a rest day the day after, so I could feasibly. Oh, good play by Passing there to draw the holding penalty.
So I will be around for cut down day because Saturday at 11 o'clock I'm almost certainly not doing anything.
True.
Experience, I think, is it weird I want to see Amen and Yasin standing next to each other? No, that's
I can back that.
It's perfectly reasonable given their names. I'm here for it. Quick throw and a lovely one in the gap between corner and safety to number 84. Eric O'Neill bit on that a little bit and couldn't get to Sam Hartman, and then Rakestraw was the one beaten in zone as corner. One-point game at the 32-yard line of Washington, shotgun with all the receivers to the left. And fakes the run that way, throws the other way on a little bit of a sort of bubble screen sort of thing to number 84. His second catch of this drive. Gain of about 7, 2nd and 3.
Decent work by McCreevy there to sort of force his blocker back to try and make the tackle.
RJ says, why do you think they hardly used Hassanin? Frankly, one, I think his roster spot is safe and they don't want him to get injured. And two, as this play is handed off and runs to the left-hand side, could be a tackle for a loss, but he's going to maybe get the edge. Rakestraw gets there before he actually gets the first down. It's going to be a gain of 1, 3rd down and 3.
Friendly fire by Hunter there as well, though.
Why else did Hassanin not play? I think they've seen enough.
Yeah.
I think he maybe needs the reps, but, I mean, is he slightly dinged? I don't think he is, actually. Is he slightly dinged up? I don't think he is. Many thanks to Marker301 for the $10 super chat, saying some standout plays, some not so good. Appreciate you, Marker. Thank you very much. Run on 3rd down and head of the line.
Oh, yeah.
Number 66 and number 98? 99. 66 and 99.
So Neil 66.
And 99 is Ahmed Hassanin.
Is that? Yeah.
Yeah, it was Hassanin.
Yeah.
Hassanin with the TFL there. They're going for it on 4th and 2 in their own territory.
Risky business.
They do manage to get the playoff despite miscommunication, and Hartman was hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. No flags and a turnover on downs.
Decent coverage by Hunter there. to leak out into the flat and cover the wheel route.
Eric O'Neill really destroyed that drive the last three reps. Grandizer saying, Ash, I don't understand mumble, but I enjoy it when you do it. Yeah, do try and get closer to that mic if you can a little bit.
Sorry. So saying that was good coverage by Hunter on the wheel route. I know obviously O'Neill blew it up, but if it was a good throw, Hunter was in position to break it up.
Curtis Schultz says, hello from Detroit. Hello, sir. I have not spent enough time in your fair city. I hope to be there next season. I don't think I'll get there this year, unfortunately. My girlfriend lost her job recently, and she is shy and doesn't interview well, so it's especially tough on her. RJ says, with the Egyptian Lion... Sorry, I think you mean, will the Egyptian Lion start the season at Edge? No. He will not start. He will not start any game, I don't think.
It'll be Lacey.
It'll be Lacey or it'll be Wanham. But Antony will... It's not about starting. Starts are nice stats, but really it's just about how many reps do you play, and he'll play a good amount of them.
Starts are like tackles, completely empty.
Experiment says, and I guess Priestley, and then said, I'm making holy jokes. I got the holy jokes with the yesin and amen. I got it. Big Area says, we can help with that. We can be nice for a while. RJ saying, crowd noise sounds like a playoff game. Great game. Great job, Detroit. Frankly, with the cost of regular season tickets, it probably makes people more hungry for the preseason ones.
Yeah.
Well, Mark said, my bank thought my super chat was fraud. Guess UK looks suspicious. But just on YouTube, man. It's all just YouTube. Oh.
Plus, another thing that probably helps the crowd is that, and it's a sad thing to think about, but for quite a few of these players that are on the field for both teams, this is one of the few times their families might see them play NFL football.
Yeah. Mark, no need to send another, man. You've done one already. Don't worry. It's all good. All right. Lions still with the ball at the 39-yard line, driving with a point lead. Altmaier under center. Fake and gonna be under pressure, and he can't wheel away from it. He just goes down. I mean, it's better than trying to eat the sack. I was going to say run away from it. He was trying to run away from it, but that's better than trying to fight against the sack and keep it alive. He just went down. Lost a lot, down at our own 49 now after a 9-yard loss, but still we have the ball.
True. Priestley lost that rep pretty much instantly.
Yeah. Many thanks to Mark301 again for the $2 super chat. Says, come on, Lions. Play action again by Altmaier, looking deep and throwing on time to number 15.
Malik Cunningham.
Gain of 16 yards for 3rd and 3. Experiment saying, I'm surprised to see Trevion Williams get so much playing time. I think they're quite comfortable with Jabari Small and Jacob Sailors at the top of that reserve depth chart.
Yeah.
No matter how good Blackshear and any of these guys do, I just don't think anything else is going to happen for that running back room. Altmaier steps out of pressure and throws towards the end zone, incomplete. 3rd and 3 becomes 4th and 3. I suspect they'll go for this. Saw's still sighting. Frazier's out there too. Full Sender says, Vaki question mark. Vaki is not dressed today, so Vaki will not be playing at all.
Probably not being risked in a contact situation that the team has no control over when he's still got that orbital fracture / eye injury.
Yeah, no need to play him, is there really? This would be good field position for a field goal here. At the 32-yard line, it'd be a 49-yard attempt, but a 4th and 3, the Lions are now going for it, returning the favour from the Commanders, going for it on their 4th down. Altmaier, under pressure, gets away from pressure, and then throws complete to Jackson Meeks. No flags,
Hell yeah.
first down. Well done, Altmaier, rolling out to his right. Bought some time. Meeks found some space. The person that was actually having a look at Meeks there released to try and pursue Altmaier, and that provided the room to complete there. RJ Graham says, look for Frozen Buddies Detroit-style pizza in your supermarkets or Walmart there in the UK. Little Taste of Detroit, Detroit's original-style pizza. We have been to a Detroit-style pizza place, Ash, in Detroit, but I can't remember which place that was. Was it Buddies?
I think it was Buddies, yeah.
Flag
but we
for
obviously
illegal
enjoyed
formation.
Yeah, so obviously we enjoyed the trips to the restaurant. My golf jersey I got a couple of days ago at Ford Field didn't.
That's your fault.
Yeah, it was it's my tumble dryer's fault, but yeah, it's my fault.
It wasn't a legal formation. It was offside by the defense. 4:41 to go. Walmart doesn't exist in the UK, RJ. But Walmart owns the now 4th largest supermarket in the UK, which is Asda. I think Asda is now smaller than one of the German ones, potentially
Lidl.
Oh, Lidl. There we go.
Lidl, yeah.
1st and 5. From the 21. Hand it off and running downhill, keeps his feet for another yard or two is Williams for a gain of 3, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, so because they're opening one around the corner for me eventually, which is making me happy because I can get my protein katsu curry nice and easily now.
Nice. RJ said Buddy's Pizza was all over Detroit. How was it? Excellent. Very, very good.
Really good,
I also really enjoyed the deep dish that we got in Chicago. The I can't remember the name of the place, but the really famous touristic Chicago deep pan. 2nd and 2. Altmaier hands it off, and this one they crash down on it, and he manages to kind of get back to the line, maybe loses half a yard, 3rd down and 3. But the clock continues to run.
But of course, the standout in the field was Slows.
Yeah. I'm still gonna love the chili dogs that I had the first time I went over, which we never really got to, Ash, the hot dog places. But
yeah. Next time.
Wizard of War says, Buddies is terrible, should have gotten Jets Pizza. Believe me, the next time we go over, I will take 3 recommendations and go to all of them. Altmaier hands this one off again, and again hit in the backfield, going to lose another yard. 4th down and 3. Hit the field goal. Tried it last time. We're going to go for it again, by the look of it. Carlton says, Miles Frazier now at left tackle.
Yeah, we just don't have enough tackles.
Okay, so Wizard of War says Jets Pizza. Bren says Jets is great. And Full Sender says, I like the Jets Detroit-style pizza. Shit's amazing if you like thick crust and nothing compares to it. So we're going to go Jets. That's happening.
Yeah, I can.
Jets Pizza's happening.
Jets, Jets.
Right. Lions take a timeout with 2:30 to go. We've got 1 left. 4th and 3. Are they going for this? Of course they're going for it. Looks Experiment says Buddies is better than Jets Imho. Jets is just quicker. I mean, with that name, if they're not quicker, they're not doing it right.
True.
Whereas Slows, on the other hand,
Mm-hmm.
Got to take your time and enjoy it.
Low and slow, baby.
All right, 2:30 to go, 4th and 3, 1-point game. We are going for the field goal. Marmark says Jets is slightly better than Domino's, not for me. Wizard also says Buddies are so oily. I didn't think Buddies was oily, but I'm willing to see if something else is better. I quite like Domino's. I'm not going to lie. And that kick is down the middle. Good snap, good hold. I tell you what, Hogan Hassan's rebounded tonight. So the Lions defense is going to have to go out there and make a stop now. I really don't know who I'm going to list out as players that I thought did really well tonight.
I've got a couple, I think.
Go for it. Let's go for 3 on each side of the ball each. I think that kind of sounds good to me.
Yeah, I think I've got 2 on defense, definitely. Offense is, even though we've been good on offense, it's hard.
Derek Bobarek, sir, we have not seen you in some time. I've only just noticed it's you. Welcome, sir. Derek Bobarek back in the chat and says, Buddies is better, but Jets is quicker and more available. Only so many options for Detroit Pizza in Chicago. Kickoff away for the Lions. Going to be recovered at the 5. And return to the 20, 25. Hit and fumble! And the Lions get their first, but do they have it? I think they do.
What a play by Meeks.
I don't know who has that. I think that's a big wrestling match down there. I don't think the Lions got it cleanly. They were there first. I think this is going to be Washington ball. It is Washington ball.
No, Eric Hunter's got it.
Oh, the referee initially signaled Washington ball.
But so Meeks forces the fumble. Slow. Yeah. Hunter
I cannot see for the life of me a recovery down there. Let's have a look. Well, that's not going to be overturned on that evidence. Mm-hmm. That is Lions ball. Hell yeah. RJ says, what pizza was better, Chicago style or Detroit style? For me, Chicago, the smallest size was too much for 2 people. And as someone who doesn't like food waste, and as someone as a tourist where I don't actually like to take food away because it's just going to spoil, Detroit was a more manageable portion and was the same amount of taste in terms of topping. I like both styles in terms of like taste and texture. So I preferred Detroit because it kind of provided me more of what I wanted. But it was marginal.
Yeah, both were good. Slight hang to Detroit for bias reasons, I guess. But luckily for me, like I think, well, I've taken you there, you all there. That one of the food halls around me that does like little stalls. One of them does a Detroit style pizza place, which is really good.
That was awesome, and I loved it so much.
Mm-hmm. I've tried their the chicken place as well. They're now Chauncey's. Their hot fudge sauce they do with their chicken strips and chips. Oh my god!
Ooh.
Yeah.
Timeout
by good stuff.
Timeout by Washington. Looks like they're not content to just see this game out. Not like us last week, where we were like, whatever. Grandad says, I never had Jets or Buddies. Are they better than Pizza Hut? Yes. Pizza Hut went bust in the UK eventually. Experiment says, Buddies was amazing if you got the Lake Superior pizza, which combined the Motor City cheese blend, fresh basil, pine nuts, pepperoni, tomato basil sauce, and Buddy's Sicilian spice blend, but they took it off the menu due to pine nut allergies. Highly unfortunate. 2-minute warning for the Lions now with about 3rd and 1.
Actually looking good on the runs. 50, just over 50,000 in Ford Field for this game.
Not too far away from capacity.
Yeah.
I need to get thinking about players of the game. Guys in the chat, let's hear some players of the game. We're just about to get to the end of this. If the Lions can convert this for a first down, they can bleed the clock down most of the way. In fact, no. First down does end the game because a timeout would just be on first down, so you can bleed the whole clock out. So
Yeah.
first down here ends the game. So people in the chat, who are your players of the game? Who made the biggest difference for Detroit? Would love to hear your views on both sides of the ball as me and Ash think about that question. Derek says that Pizza Hut was awesome in the 80s. I'm sure it was. I still don't hate Pizza Hut now. Like, for what it was in the UK, you know, having that salad bar was great and the pizza was fine. Lunchtime buffet was elite, but it wasn't good pizza. Really. It was fine.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's still a couple open. I know the one in Birmingham's open. I think one of the ones in Nottingham's still open. So there's a couple of them still hanging around.
Curtis Schultz says Chicago pizza is not the same anymore. The dough is made of some chemicals. Any Pizza Hut, Domino's, Papa John's, all the dough is chemical. I bow to your superior knowledge on that point. Full Sender says, it was amazing early 2000 when I was a kid because their calzones were fucking amazing. I'm 25, it wasn't that long ago. I mean, if you say early 2000s and you're 25, you were born in 2001. I have no idea how you remember the early noughties. Genuinely, I have no memories of when I was like 5 or younger. None.
I have a couple, but yeah, they're hazy now because obviously we are talking 22 years ago for me.
Carlton Wood asking me to say Basil in English, please. Much obliged, Carlton.
Basil as in Basil Brusher. You went. Oh yeah, Basil 40. Well, I
can't go Basil Brush.
Basil really Brush.
Ha 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 ha! Boom boom!
Ha! Boom boom! Now. Oh.
I might get takeout tonight, even though we ate out. I really want a Nashville chicken burger. Right. 3rd and 2. First down ends the game at the 17-yard line. A field goal makes it a 7-point game. That might actually be fun, just to take a field goal and let Washington try and drive down again for a tie.
Yeah.
Altmaier with a jumbo set to the left-hand side here. 3 tight ends. 1 wide receiver. Takes a snap, hands it off. There's good penetration there. Checks back in and gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th down and 2. And a timeout taken. Looks like the Lions took a timeout that I didn't really know. I don't know how one of the timeouts happened because Washington just took a timeout, but it wasn't their final timeout, so my bad. Bren says, what are words that Brits want to hear Americans say? Pretty much any place name which is illogical in English. For example, Bicester. Bister's my favorite.
Oh, yeah. Fun. Well, they had again, working for us, they had a track issue today. So as soon as you said that, instantly my brain was like, oh yeah, the track issue.
First down, Detroit. Ball game. Ball game for the Lions. Blackshear gets 2.5 yards on 4th and 2. And that is all she wrote. All right. I'm calling that final because there are no more timeouts to give. Well, Washington do have a timeout to give, but it doesn't make any difference. They're done. Okay, so Ash, let's throw it to you for the offensive players of the game for Detroit. What do you make of it?
So I was going to say, I promise I did have him in mind before he made a play in special teams but Jackson Meeks has been was a good outlet for the passing game. Pass blocking wasn't exactly great, but what you expect from a guy who's converting from wide receiver, first proper season as a tight end, that will come on with work. But as that receiving guy, basically being the new Zane Shelstra in the best way, did amazing.
I'm going to go for Jacob Sailors for a second straight game. Only did it early on, but against some of the better players that Washington had to offer and going 6 for 32, I think that's fantastic. So well done, sir. Your second guy on offense.
The other running back who's really took over this game, Travion Williams. I know he's a veteran. He's expected to maybe for him to do that, but he carried the load well. And he was also good in pass blocking, which is good.
Second guy for me on offense, I'm going to go Cedric Wilson. Again, didn't have much to do, but early on he's someone who's going to threaten the roster. Right now I might have him as the outside looking in because Tay Martin might have that job. But Wilson came in and for a second straight game, put up the catches that he needed to make and looked good doing it before being yanked. We're not giving him a big chance to make big plays out there because he's just not out there enough. And yet every time we give him a chance, he's doing well. I don't know whether we can keep 6, but if we do, I think Cedric Wilson might be that guy.
Yeah, completely agree.
Another third one for you?
Again, it was on limited snaps, but Thomas Gordon, in the way that he came on and while he didn't do anything really in the receiving game, you saw him do nothing wrong in the blocking game. And I know we need a blocking tight end. He has made a case, maybe for at least being on the practice squad, to be that. Because, didn't really seem to do anything wrong both in the run and pass blocking game.
My last guy on offense, and this comes in spite of a couple of things. I'm going to go to my guy, Luke Altmaier, again.
Yeah.
Yes, he walked into some sacks, which were not great. Although, he couldn't get out of some of them. Dobbs' sack was worse than any of the 4 sacks that Altmaier took, and 4 is too many. Get rid of the ball earlier for the avoidable ones. Took one that was okay. One was not so great because, whatever. But 9 of 13 for 86. He kept plays alive. He kept drives extended. I thought he did a good job communicating at the line. Dobbs clearly kind of has a better command of the line, changing plays at the line. But Dobbs walks into pressure that Altmaier kind of doesn't. And Altmaier kind of has a little bit more rhythm in the way that he plays. So despite Dobbs having that long rushing touchdown, I feel like Altmaier just looks slightly better once again here.
Yeah, that's valid. Operated the offense slightly better, I'd say, considering how it started.
Defense, your first guy.
Vontae Maddox. Did blitzing, did run defense, did pass coverage, was pretty good at all 3.
First guy for me is going to be DJ Reed. In limited snaps against some of the better players that they've got out there. 2 TFLs, 4 tackles, never got beaten in coverage. Just looked like he's back to himself after the injury last season. I'm super stoked to see it. Mm-hmm. Your second guy.
I'll take the low-hanging fruit here. Derek Ball. Finally getting a chance to play, and he showed why we picked him. Made a big impact early in that game in the pass rush game.
I'll take the other edge guy, which is kind of low-hanging fruit. Eric O'Neill. Eric O'Neill took over a drive and ended it by himself. 3 straight plays where he was just an absolute beast. He may not make the team, but as someone who can kind of come off the practice squad for a few elevations a year, he's showing why he deserves a place in that team.
Yeah, 100%.
Your third and final.
Tyleek. Limited snaps, but the snaps he did make, he had some impact. I think he got a near run stop on one of the plays. You could see him pushing the pile on the interior when he was on there in the first team. Loved it.
I'm going to go for my guy. Why not? Skylar Gill-Howard, I thought had a cracking game. Kind of really just was creating pressure early on, had a TFL, was putting the quarterback under pressure for some quick throws, only had 1 tackle on the day in terms of the box score, but he had a lot more impact than that. We will have a full breakdown of this game on Monday, and then we will be live then on Sunday for Cut Down Day, not Tuesday. I made an error there. So hope you enjoyed our show. Hope you enjoyed the game and the coverage. If you've got any suggestions for the show, there is a link in the description on YouTube. If you want to support the show, you know how to do that too. Otherwise, we'll see you on Monday for a full recap of this and the goings on in training camp. Just remains for me to thank my guy, Ashley Soden. I'm Matthew Turner. Have a great rescue weekend. We'll see you on Monday. But for now, dub on the board. Let's go Lions, One Pride.
One Pride.